is live.
Because it's the Nier soundtrack. It's close to home.
If you have to explain it, then it wasn't good. And I got it. I just didn't react.
So it's okay. Well, I'm glad that you understood.
Wherever you are.
Don't ever let go. Never let go.
Server mute, server mute. Server mute. That way I'm not getting blasted by all kinds of messages from people just spamming chats.
All right. So, when we last left off in the Blood and Wine arc, you were all had just finished planning the seating arrangements.
Oh yeah, we're gonna need that link for the thing again.
Just scroll up.
Very effectively.
Just scroll up. You can find them.
Okay.
Start digging.
We did a superb job at planning.
But yeah.
All right. So, is that the seating arrangement you guys are finalizing? Or are there any more changes you wanted to do to it? Any more questions you wanted to ask?
I think that was it. We just needed to do decorations and stuff to block certain people from seeing certain people and blah blah blah.
So you're going to do decorations now?
Wait, do we really need decorations for some of them? I think they're pretty good. Are they
No,
not?
because we want to give the Spy Master a little.
We need to give them a broken line of sight for some of the gossip hounds. We need to decorate the chairs to make the military members feel not snubbed. There's a couple minor decorations we definitely have to do.
Yeah, but we don't have any major decoration plans.
Right, so that's what we need to work on, because we haven't thought about any of that. And it's supposed to be like a fancy fucking party, so...
Are we gonna brief Erasmus on his giving the chair away thing?
Well, yeah, but before the party, not like right now.
The party's gonna be tomorrow.
Well, we do it during the party before the meal.
Oh, I thought we were gonna send him a letter and be like, yo, this is the plan, just keep it on the DL, don't tell anybody, we're gonna send your food.
No, somebody could see that, but just give him, we could give him something in the note that says, like, please see the host, or this host when you come in. That way he comes
Okay.
up with a plan, but otherwise, it might look a little too conspicuous.
I gotcha.
So, you guys haven't told me what you're doing.
We're gonna work on decorations, right?
That's what you're doing? Decorations first? Alright. There are a lot of things that you guys need to work on for decorations. I am going to post a picture of the room without any decorations in it in a moment. And you guys are going to take that into MS Paint. And you're going to draw me some decorations on it.
Okay.
Oh my god, yes!
Okay, but
One moment. I just have to...
I got the default paint program, but I don't got MS Paint.
MS Paint is Microsoft Paint.
Yeah, anything works. Any sort of paint program. Just give me a second to upload this and then hand it out to y'all. Y'all! Sorry, my inner May was approaching. Y'all! I need to upload the... Okay, so this should be in Alandra's journal.
Hello, I would like to order a,
Mitchie, don't play D&D and drive, buddy.
a side of fries,
He can't hear us, but we can hear him.
a
Oh my god.
Oreo McFlurry,
And a
and
chocolate shake!
vanilla
Get me a burger.
latte large.
It sounds like he's at McDonald's.
I'll be it.
He said McFlurry, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want a burger.
Awesome.
Give me hash browns.
Sure.
Okay, so 1 second, guys. It's just finishing uploading.
Sorry.
That's
I
your
took the
fault.
microphone out of my ear. hoping maybe if I didn't hear you guys wouldn't hear me, but clearly you guys heard me.
No.
We-
You're not object
we-
permanence, Mitchie.
We definitely heard you, Mitchie.
What's that? No, you can't see me either, right? So I can't see you. But
At least put the drink down while you're driving.
All right.
Okay.
You guys will see the table and all of your notes. That
I see.
that room needs to be decorated.
Fuck.
Balls.
You guys can figure out what decorations which guests prefer, as well as other things.
I didn't think it mattered what they preferred because it's not their party.
You don't want to upset some god fucking damn it shit.
No, but
well,
if they're
looks great as it is right now.
essentially, there are certain guests that will enjoy certain decorations and certain culture stylings, and there are other guests who will very much not enjoy any of those.
Let's make it a Christmas party.
Again, I didn't think it mattered what they thought because this is the party held by a vampire lord.
What I'm trying to explain is that it is a way that you guys might be able to please guests that you have pissed off.
Oh.
Or it might be a way to arrange people to have better nights, or to arrange stopping an assassination, or facilitating an assassination.
Of course.
The
Let's
decorations,
make it a maze.
the decorations are important.
Okay.
Let's make it a maze.
No.
So you guys can go ahead and work on that however you'd like.
We don't have the artist here today. Oh no, wait. You're an artist, aren't you, Heather?
Hmm? What? I
Hey,
mean,
you guys know what my first name is,
okay.
right?
So here's the thing. Writing on paper, drawing on paper, versus using a mouse in Microsoft Paint.
I got it.
Two completely different mediums.
I'm aware. I am very much aware.
I can try, but I haven't done art in Microsoft Paint since I was 7.
No, Mitch,
You don't need.
know
They
your
don't need
first
to be
name.
good. They don't need to
You
be
don't know my
good.
first name? Oh,
Guys,
well,
they
it's,
don't. Hold on. They don't need to be good. You just need some way of communicating to me what that room is going to look like when you guys are done with it.
I got that.
So it doesn't need to be super amazing. It just needs to be, this is what the room is going to look like when we're done. This is what we're putting on the table and where. The fountain's not on the map because Tal didn't have time, but there is a fountain within easy reach of the numbers listed.
Where's
Okay.
your link? Because I don't see it.
It's in your journal.
I'll post them.
Oh, goddamn. Hold on.
Thank you.
I was looking at Discord. Let me find
My
it.
first name is Michelangelo, by the way.
That's
Thank
a
you.
mouthful.
Then start
Turtle
sculpting.
boy.
Never heard of them.
Start
Turtle
sculpting.
boy.
So
It's
Turtle
that
boy.
who likes pizza.
Yeah, he's a turtle.
yeah. Yes, I do like pizza.
Happened to dinner.
I want pizza, but I'm saving money. So
Cowabunga,
I'm just eating biscuits.
Nah, guys, I'm having, in honor of our D&D session, I'm having a mech gangbang.
So, do we have to do checks to figure out what people like, or is this just something we get to know?
Checks.
It's
What-
yesterday again.
Yep. Round 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Alright. Well, I think, the king probably would have certain preferences.
Did we get it right?
The king's already not going to be happy with the fact that he can't sit at the front of the table. Alright, thank you. Thank you.
Right. Well, that's the thing, though.
Thank you.
I explained it last night, is
Thank
we
you.
don't care how mad they are,
Thank
to a degree.
We just need them to not try killing everything.
They not being in the #1 seat and not having his favorite decorations more than likely is not going to send the king into a frothing rage where he says, the alliance is off and we're murdering all of you. So,
You hope.
like I said,
or arrest.
Yeah, of course it's not gonna happen, says the DM.
You hope.
It's not that it's not going to
Yeah.
happen, it's that it's less likely to happen.
You hope.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
I've been asking if we got arrest.
No. No, you have
Keep
not.
us on
You
our
have not
toes.
had a rest.
Well, that's disappointing for people who are giving up bardic inspiration like candy yesterday.
It is.
That's alright, guys. I still have 2.
I would
Did we
like.
get a 4-hour break?
No.
Did we get a 1 hour break?
No.
No, we're pretty much going straight off of yesterday into today.
Yes.
I assumed as much. I didn't use any resources though.
Well, we're not bards.
Yeah.
Lambog used all of her charm yesterday.
Yeah. I got hit with a, what was it, Hex? Yeah. You got
Yeah.
hexed.
That's what I was saying. I used all of it yesterday. I have none.
Oh yeah, as long as I get a 30-minute break, I get my bardic inspiration back.
You haven't had 30 minutes.
How about 10 minutes?
We have not stopped yet.
You guys have not stopped yet. You'll have to tell me if you're gonna stop, and then you're making plans day of the party.
Question. I'm assuming we know this in character, but I don't recall it being said. How soon is the party from us planning it?
Tomorrow.
Wow.
It's almost like they didn't want to give you any time.
I'd also
It's almost
think
like
that
he
the party's
doesn't-
going to suffer.
Yeah, it sounds like he doesn't actually.
No, this is all of a ploy so he can kill off one dude.
Yeah.
But he wants us to at least put in a good effort.
Which is funny because, you know, if we fail, he also gets to kill us.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna do
almost like he's-
persuasion.
Okay.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm gonna do a persuasion.
Not you. What were you saying, Vic?
Hang on.
You got cut off. Vic? James?
My mouth was full.
Yeah, you
He's
got
busy.
cut off. What were you saying?
I said it's almost like he's planned it so he can kill us anyway. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I did. I mean, it's you guys really hope he hasn't, but it isn't looking very bright, you know?
In hindsight, the guy did tell us flat out he really doesn't care about this, and he realizes that he needs somebody to plan this, and he's definitely not invested any time to it. The fact that he procrastinated until just now makes sense to me.
That's if you're taking the guy at his word. The guy who said he was going to eat and then suddenly drained a bag.
She wasn't a bag.
I like-
That's disrespectful.
She is now.
She was only 38.
She's a bag now.
Yeah, come on, she wasn't May.
No,
I am personally trying to take those images out of my mind. Thank you. For
bag.
alright.
Okay, so.
Montang sighs, runs a hand through his hair, probably.
Basically, man, we're basically gonna pull together a half-ass party. I mean, no entertainment is gonna have anything ready. It's all gonna be like canned.
We do have a large group of performers with us.
Who?
Everyone but you, I
This
think.
part, I don't think you guys realize, this party has to be great, no matter what.
I have a question. How many people aside from the 28 are gonna be at this party?
Us, I guess.
Is this a persuasion check?
It definitely is, because there are reasons that you feel like he should have told you that already, but hasn't.
17.
17, yeah, he says they are expecting a few hundred people. But
Oh.
it could be more or less.
Black Shepherdess got my steps. And he does like the thing where he puts his fingertips on his forehead and then spreads them out above his head and walks around for a minute like, oh my god. Okay.
Lokran's sweating.
Okay. You know what? Fine. It'll all be
Bob's
fine.
looking for the cow.
Alright, so we need decorations in this room here.
I got spruce.
No.
Put that away.
How did you get that here? Does she actually have the spruce tree?
No,
Well,
there's
not
no
a tree,
spruce.
She just had like a couple needles on
No,
it.
you don't. Because that was
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
that's
Tantalium.
That's right. Never mind.
Yeah, that was not a grown from. That was not a homegrown tree.
I forgot.
Is that a thing y'all people do? You put trees? Is that what you call that thing? You put trees in houses?
That involves having a house.
Sometimes.
You people are weird.
Well, they're usually small trees.
Planning a party for like 300 people the night before. Oh my god. Oh my goddess.
I'd like to ask Whip something.
Yeah.
What is Tarragon's preference for decorum?
He's lived several hundred years. He doesn't have one anymore.
Okay, so it's on the guest basically at this point. I would like to roll history, I guess, to look at the culture of the king.
Sure.
Goes 12.
It's currently in a really obnoxious Renaissance period.
What does that mean?
It's like Renaissance, but think mixed with those really weird modern paintings.
Art Deco.
Art Deco, yeah. It's Renaissance Art Deco.
So, oh god.
However, you do know that he his name is his title as his kingly title is the Singer, so you could probably pull some information from that.
With another check.
Yeah. I'll say that your previous check gives you the hint of that.
Okay. Investigation 12.
That is enough. Yeah, you kind of realize that he's currently trying to move off of the normal art world of paintings and the like, and he's trying to popularize spoken word and verbal shit. He's a big fan of songs and bardic stories and shit like that. In fact, he is a bard.
Okay.
So, artwork, anything involving music is something he will really like.
Done. Let's put song lyrics on every single wall and nitty-gritty corner.
No. We don't have time.
We do have time, actually, Whip says. For decorations, we have the staff on full alert, ready to act in accordance to your whims.
We're not going to do song lyrics on every scrap of wall. Okay.
That's not that hard to do.
You know what? Yeah, is there a group of people who can do music? That's not us?
Yes, we can hire performers if you'd like.
Well, we should probably get
hold
some
on.
music.
You do feel a little there's something off about how he uses the word hire. You may want to roll an insight.
He's not gonna pay people. He's just gonna encourage.
No. Montaigne is you know what? The less I know about this, the better I'll feel. So we're just put that one back under the carpet.
Am I able to roll insight on the way he said that, or would that turn it into a group
It would
check?
turn into a group check.
Go for it, guys, if you really want to know. Montaigne is at that anxiety stage where he's about to put his fingers in his ears and
Group
something
check.
goes la 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 la.
Group check, everybody go. Group check, we're doing
I
a
don't know
group
if
check.
Mitchie can roll.
Can you roll mine for me, please?
I would love to roll yours for you, Mitchie.
Thank you.
Oh god. Not so good.
It's 5 of you today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here, give me a sec.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was gonna say, aren't we missing someone?
Yeah, there's. Yeah, no, we failed this check.
Net
Unless.
20, net 20, net 20.
Inside.
No. Steinbog's looking for the cow.
Yeah, no, you guys all kind of get a shiver down your spine and all kind of agree that maybe you don't want to know.
We've already uncovered an assassination plan. The less we know about this, maybe the better for all of us involved.
I still think that it'd be better to have if we don't know if the performers hired would please the guests at all.
Well, we know that the king likes singing, music, bardic, jolly stuff like that.
Stories and
So we know
heroes. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Stories and heroes. Stuff like that, too.
Yeah. So, I mean, like,
So
that would make the king happy. Which, you know,
it probably
That's
makes
still-
the king's faction happy.
yeah. Let's see. Crime. What is the crime lord like?
Roll me some checks.
I want to do investigation for that, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
Would someone like to assist me?
Sure.
If you want.
Sure.
Roll for me, please.
Oh,
If you
Mitchie
can.
for that.
Catch.
Yeah.
Did you hear him?
Yeah, I heard. I'm waiting on you guys to roll.
Yeah, Mitch can't roll. He said
Oh,
roll for me, please.
Right, Herp. Sorry, what is he rolling?
In
Investigation.
Okay, and he's rolling to assist you.
Yes.
Yep.
There we go. That's
Yep.
all I needed.
Yep, you have advantage.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank
So, the crime lord, Honest Dawn, is very, very gaudy and flashy. He loves, like, things being lined in gold, fountains of wine. The more expensive and flashy it looks, the better.
Okay.
But then
He
we
likes
stand by the kings.
he
They
likes
gotta be
opulence.
He likes opulence. Okay.
Yeah.
So we could like spiffy up we could like glitter up the table and chairs.
I feel like glittering up the tables and chairs isn't very gaudy. Nobody likes glitter.
I'm not saying. First of all, I'm not talking in character. Second of all, I don't mean literal glitter.
I know, I'm just...
But I will send a glitter bomb to you now.
Oh no. No glitter.
Actually, someone should make a glitter bomb bard spell. It could be Bo's signature spell.
I already have one.
You can.
That involves money, which I don't have.
I would like to do a history check on. Actually, no, a religion check
Okay.
on. Basically, any holidays and such that are holidays, festivals, stuff like that that are nearing, not necessarily going on immediately.
Okay.
That's it. Normal.
You'll have to reiterate that check for me. Go ahead.
Basically, like, is it near, like, to simplify it, is it almost Christmas time? Is it almost Halloween?
Oh, what religious holidays on their world?
Yeah, like what's coming up soon.
Doesn't seem like anything is.
Hmm. Well, so much for going with the color theme.
Racist.
What? Holiday color themes are very common for parties.
Continue.
That was so weird, Patch.
What?
I don't get what just happened.
Colored themes are racist. It was a very, very tacky joke. Let's move on.
Okay.
Segregation humor. So yeah, no, there's nothing coming up soon.
Okay. Alright, I guess a history check on if there's any, like, other significant treaties, what was the style for them? Yes or no?
So for treaties that have happened before on this world,
Yes.
go ahead.
Okay. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, you can see throughout the annuals that it's normal that a big fancy dinner party is thrown by the victor.
Right, but I mean, like, what was there any particular decoration style or anything?
Not really.
Okay. Balls. That ain't helpful.
I got a cow.
Why do you have a cow?
They left it.
You just...
See? And she points to the cow.
um,
You want a cow?
no.
I'm gonna have a cow.
Oh my god.
That sounds like Mo problem.
Look. Black Pepper just got my steps.
Hello, friends.
Alright, okay.
Good, gee.
Well, who else would be, you know, kind of someone we could lead off point from for stuff? Because it sounds like Prime Lord Buddy wants all the gaudy, you know, all that gold tacky shit, and the King kind of wants Barty stuff, you know, music and poems and I don't know that kind of thing.
How about we go in
both want
order?
the same thing.
Can I maybe roll persuasion, see what the queen might like in decorations?
Oh yeah.
Queen.
Whip explains that the queen is a stone cold bitch and that pleasing her is going to be nigh impossible.
All right then, we don't have to worry about that one.
Now I feel slightly bad about not including the matron.
You know what? The matron, the queen is more important than the matron.
I know the matriarch. I know she's more important than the matriarch. I'm just saying
Sounds
now.
like they're
Now that I know the queen's being a jerk, now I feel a little bad.
they're both jerks.
How about we?
You
go
guys
in
all have a
order?
moment where you feel a little sorry for the king.
Yeah.
And
Vileburn. Let's start with him and just go through these
somewhere in
order
the
and then.
distance, Bo reflects on his proper marriage and smiles.
So we want to do a check for Vileburn.
Yeah, I think we should do them in order and then work what we got.
I don't think Vileburn's that important.
No, but we might as well gather for everyone who's going to be at the table.
This is much less critical than.
Yeah,
last
this
night.
is minor stuff. This is
Yeah.
to make you guys like essentially have the pleasure for the guests should really be secondary for these decorations, and instead you should be thinking about how to block line of sight, how to set
Yeah.
up areas for people to talk, maybe private sections, how to facilitate stopping the assassination if that's what you want. This is now less about pleasing the guests and more about cleverly setting up the place where you guys will be engaging in social and maybe even physical altercations.
You know what we could do?
This is one of the few times where you guys not only get to choose the area you're going to be active in, but the time you guys get to design it with
Well, we
furniture and shit.
You know, it's a good idea. Guys,
Go on.
Yeah, guys, this is a good idea.
Lambug says, let's get Chippendale dancers.
Done.
Continue though, James.
I was gonna say we could get additional wine fountains in the corners.
We shouldn't do that, because remember we put specific drunkards in the corners.
No, in the corners of the room.
That could work.
True.
Is there anything in the middle areas, top and bottom?
Remember, there's that wine fountain. It's not actually on the map, but if one of you guys wants to draw it on right now.
I'm doodling.
Wine fountain
Well, I mean,
is... Well, sorry, the fountain that can be filled with anything. You guys haven't decided what to fill it with yet. But,
Wine.
yeah. It's within easy reach of 10 to 15 seats. The ones that are all on that side.
I mean,
Yeah, I got it. I already got it centered.
Yeah.
So we're making 2 more wine fountains?
no, not on the table. He was talking about in the corners of the room.
Yes, I'm still trying to establish what I'm adding to this drawing.
That's a concept I'm going with. Like, if we had more, or if we had like something in the corners, it doesn't have to be wine fountains, but like so that people would get up and go to it and then come sit back down.
Fondue fountains.
But it's the royal party. Why would
There
people
you go.
get up if they have servants?
Well, maybe the servants themselves can't bring a chamber pot.
Okay, listen here. For food and shit.
Right. Food and chamber pots.
I assume that there will be no food except on the table, and servants will bring in food as it goes.
Sorry, what was that?
Okay, so this is not a buffet thing. This is like servants come out with food and leave, and then come back, collect plates, and come out with more food.
Yep, you guys have to decide what gets served. And how many courses it is.
This is getting a little more complicated than my brain can handle right now.
Don't worry, just focus on decorations for now.
Okay.
The food thing's gonna be really easy. That just comes down to flavor, really. Unless you guys decide, like, unless you guys can think of, like, certain kinds of food to be like, hey, we don't want this guy to sneak anything into his food to assassinate him, so.
Maybe
Go ahead.
we shouldn't do decorations now, and instead we should do
The
other
easy
stuff.
shit.
Yeah, maybe decorations is like the cherry on top that we should worry about, you know, once we finish the whole rest of the milkshake.
Okay. The 2 next major things, apart from decorations, are entertainment and food.
Okay. Entertainment. They said they'll hire people, whatever that means.
Quote unquote higher.
Yeah, we're not going to worry about that because we're all a little skeeved out enough as it is. And the last thing we need to do is also be like, okay, you know what? We need to deal with systemic slavery in this kingdom. We literally.
Actually, here's the problem. We do need to at least ask what kind of entertainment they'll be hiring, because we don't want them hiring the wrong kind of entertainment for the wrong crowd.
They hired the fool.
No. I'm saying have them hire bards, don't have them hire, like, blood slaves or something.
Or those pole dancers that we saw in San Francisco.
You know, they might actually like that.
Well, I certainly enjoyed it.
You guys just tell me what you want me to draw.
I'm gonna ask Whip if there are any in the group that have specific preferences to their food tastes. Like, are there any vegetarians? Are there any people who don't want to eat vegetables? Hatch,
Yeah. What was that?
I'm gonna be asking Whip if there's any of the guests who have preferences or allergies
Dietary
food?
restrictions.
Dietary restrictions.
I'm gonna tell you right now, add a character, no, it'd make it too complex.
Thank God. So what
So,
are our options?
an entire roast pig.
I was thinking that.
So what's our options?
Anything that you guys can
Prime
imagine.
rib.
You guys have to decide, like, normally a dinner party course will consist, a meal will consist of 3 courses, appetizer and dessert.
Okay. And
Okay,
it will
so
generally
the
be like,
cheesecakes, sandwich, applesauce.
Guys, try not to cut each other off. Let's all talk about this as a group. So your first thing is appetizers.
Cheesecakes.
Well,
cheese and wine typically go really well together. So
I
yeah,
think.
Grapes, geez, what's wrong?
Why not little pieces of bread with bruschetta? Everybody loves a little bit of bruschetta, and it's not super thick and heavy that it will take away from the rest of it.
The fuck is a bruschetta?
Yeah.
Remember, well, this is flavor. I want to say add a character that flavor can end up becoming mechanical. For instance, if you guys do soup, who knows, they might try to assassinate the guy by putting shit in his soup.
I no longer care about the assassination. I just want to pick a food and be done.
Okay, go ahead.
Bruschetta is, well, we just take a little bit of balsamic vinegar, with oil and cheese and tomato on a piece of bread.
Alright, too complicated for Lambon. Just give me cheese and tomato.
Yeah, cheese and wine sounds good to me.
But this is like a course.
No,
So-
it's just an appetizer.
But cheese tray is dessert.
Finger food is not something that will be served at the dinner table. That would be like during the party. So an appetizer course would be, I don't
Meat,
know.
cheese, fruit.
Yeah, basically.
And
But, hang on, I'm
Bruschetta.
Mozzarella cheese sticks and some.
do mozzarella are those a thing we would know about in our multiverse travels?
to be
I'll
fair,
say that you
Lambon
do.
just said cheese stick. She could have meant a
I'll
steak.
allow any kind of food that you guys know of in real life to be served at this party. For ease.
Except for the
Borscht.
sauce.
Or
I never said no to tater tots.
Tater tots.
However, I will warn you that tater tots are a multiverse constant, and using them could have strange effects on the dinner.
Like what?
Like strange effects.
Hey,
Like
look.
opening a portal to the tater tot world.
Not that, but like,
Hey,
I'm gonna
look.
tell you right now, if you guys use tater tots, something's gonna happen.
Something bad?
You don't know.
Tear's gonna show up.
Something will happen.
Let's just.
can I make a roll to see if something what would happen?
No. You guys know of how wild magic sorcerers sometimes have weird stuff happen? So do tater tots.
Okay.
Now I want to have tater tots just to see what happens.
No, that would be really bad for a formal party.
Look, guys.
We will get tater tots after the party. I'm just saying, we order the tots, we never plate them. Walk away with, slightly magical food items. Shit gonna happen, but tell me you wouldn't deal with shit for a bag of fresh tots.
It depends on how good they are. Not every tater tot is equal.
Give me some of your tots, Napoleon.
It's your own.
We keep getting derailed.
Yeah, we're derailed. Food.
That's 'cause
Well,
I'm
you
tired.
know, rather than figuring out specific items, why don't we just try and stick to a theme? Are we trying to do French, medieval,
Yeah, we're
Italian,
We're going for ranches.
We're going
Russian,
for fine dining.
Swedish?
Well,
Dude, we're going for fine dining. It's royals, so.
yeah, but the timeline is about Renaissance. Is around the
Royal
Renaissance
mussels
time.
with crispy bread crumb
Well,
topping.
everybody liked Italian cooking at that point. I mean, the Italians.
Dylan, can we do like some kind of a history check or something to figure something out about that time, or ask Whip about something about that time?
Yeah, sure. About what time?
I know we already figured out that he likes Art Deco, but you know,
For
So
what?
history?
For what time? Sorry.
I'm trying to figure out what time period that world is currently in to figure out what kind of foods might be popular.
Okay.
I'm doing this in Slambot. I'm a fucking idiot, but you know,
Roll me something.
history.
Can I assist?
You can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, you rolled before me, so
Yeah. So,
So-
actually, you assist. It's now a group check. Group check.
shit.
Well, it's only 2 people.
Oh,
It's
Two
not
more
too.
people.
Oh my
Whoa!
god, May.
Alondra's
Come
learned.
on. One more success.
Oh, Locrian, do I need to roll for you?
No, I got it. I'm here.
Yeah.
Did we get it?
I think it's tied.
It's tied, and in this case, because a nat 20 was what tied it, I'll allow it. So,
Yes.
it is currently.
Slambot's like, hey, Whip, you want to talk to me? But talk to them.
So, recently, the secrets of golem making spread out from the kingdom that they originated in with the death of its king, and the confusion for their royal succession. Meaning that it is currently in the French Renaissance, but with slave labor built by golems. Meaning that technology is going in leaps and bounds right now in that world. As such, the art is in what multiverse callers call a chaotic singularity. This means that essentially they are going through an anachronistic time period where they will have their culture can be influenced from futuristic, modern, and all sorts of different time things with changes to fit their level of technology. Think like an equivalent to of how steampunk got started. It's
Okay.
I'm not saying it's a
So-
steampunk world, but it is similar to the fact of like of how you know of how steampunk is a thing. It's the same sort of concept.
Depending on what we introduce to them, it may manipulate their world.
It
Right.
it may manipulate their world, but the thing is that they are already being manipulated by all the sort of chaotic energies in the multiverse, meaning that they are coming to leaps and bounds. So like, for example, they are in a Renaissance period for art, but that Renaissance period has the nihilism of modernistic Art Deco.
Okay.
So essentially, it is right now, timeline-wise, culture and technology is clashing all over the fucking place.
Huh.
AKA, we have no fucking.
Yeah.
Essentially, you guys could do anything really, and it would be considered nouveau
Alright, so.
if you
let's-
play it right. If you don't play it right, then you could end up being like it could end up being played as like a past fad. It depends on how you guys are going to act about it.
Well, I can say I felt quite French that time when we were in San Francisco, so I'm voting French.
I don't know what the hell
Whatever.
French is, but you know.
I think it's Elven, right?
Yes, French culture is similar to Elven culture.
Yeah. I learned much. So I spoke French, but you guys can vote otherwise. I think, if anything, it sounds like we have to pick either Italian, French. Those are the only 5-course meals that I know.
Spaghetti o gelatin.
German.
You got anything, Landra? If we're going with an elven cuisine, out of all of us, you'd have the best. You'd most likely have the best knowledge.
Why? She looks like a human.
Oh right, she hasn't shared that yet. Never mind that.
I look like a human too.
Then yeah, she's just asking her opinion because she's been quiet. Then forgot Shay hasn't revealed herself yet.
Bum, 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 bum. So what are you guys doing? You still deciding on
Waiting.
food?
I'm waiting for Alondra.
Oh, sorry. My hair is bothering me.
Well,
May has no
Wait.
clue.
we could do olives, like an olive, like a
Like all of
But
them?
what? We still need to decide on the style. As long as we figure out a style, we can.
Does
figure out
anyone
the rest
not
of it.
want to vote for the current theme, whatever the fuck it is?
We have what? Italian and French. Roll a d4. 1 and 2 is Italian, 3 and 4 is French, and you'll come to the decision before the die is finished rolling.
To be fair, if we're going for like Art Nouveau, why don't we just do both?
Okay, fine.
What?
I'm just
Porque
saying,
no los dos?
if they're going through chaotic bullshit anyway.
So, for our appetizers, we could do like.
Wait, which one was 3?
Don't
We're
worry
going
about
for
it. We're
both.
doing both.
Oh, okay.
Could do salad and breadsticks.
I've already found a I found a French one and an Italian one.
What we do is we get the Olive Garden breadsticks. Get
Real
the back on
breadsticks and
those.
not European ones.
The little skinny ones that are dusted with Parmesan?
No. The big bread ones. That ones are actually bread.
Oh, baguette.
No,
Too big.
If
breadsticks.
we're gonna mix Italian with French, then we just have big salad with baguette.
Okay, so
My dog just starts chanting.
you don't even know what that word means, do you?
No, but it sounds tasty. Is it tasty?
It's right. It's like a long, skinny loaf of bread that you kind of like cut up. It's bread, girl. So we'll do like baguettes and salad. I guess is the appetizer course.
I was gonna say, yeah. I was thinking appetizers.
All right. So first course is gonna be
Spaghetti.
Jeez.
spaghetti.
Somebody touch.
Yeah, let's
The baguette.
let's do some noodling.
But seriously,
Oh, I thought we were gonna be
squash is
doing.
probably considered a poor man's food, all things considered.
Are we not doing roast then?
We're not. That's just first course. You don't like the meat is like second course, third course.
It's like 4th course.
Well, no, because we're only doing 3 courses, appetizer and dessert. Because
So our first course was salad, right? Why not have a second course just be...
That sounds like a 5-course meal then. It's 3 appetizers, 3-course meal with appetizer and dessert.
appetizer and dessert are not courses for the purpose of this planning session.
Yes.
So chill.
Oh, okay.
So appetizers, salad and cheese. First course, noodles and bread.
I was joking about the noodles. I don't think that would be appropriate for a royal party.
I don't give a damn.
Oh.
Because this is not mechanical, this is flavor.
Well, he did say that it could be mechanical, so Dylan, is this going to have an effect if we choose noodles, or is it not going to fucking matter?
Not really. Okay, so by having a mechanical effect, it just means that if this were to dissolve into a food fight, what people are weaponizing.
Oh.
Like it literally. It's,
I wish you would have specified that earlier. This would
Yeah.
make this so much easier.
This is what I mean, is that, like, it's flavor, but I want you to be aware that flavor can sometimes have a mechanical effect. For instance, if you pick soup and there's a scene with a waiter spilling one of the meals, then it spills soup instead of, like, breadsticks everywhere. And one is an easier mess to clean up than the other. However, like, you could use that to your advantage. For instance, if, like, you guys decide that the waiters are serving soup, and you want to knock a hot bowl of soup onto someone,
Onto an assassin, say?
onto an assassin, onto something else like that. So this is what I mean. It is flavor, but this is your guys' chance to create your surroundings for this very, very important session, essentially. So you guys, it's all, this session is all deciding what kind of flavor is around you, and what you've already done the mechanic shit. Like, the
I know,
mechanic
I
shit,
guess I'm just kind of
yeah.
tired.
Yeah, the mechanic shit was you guys figuring out the seating arrangements. Now, you guys are arranging the flavor of the room. And you guys are going to arrange, like, what advantages and disadvantages you guys have from things being around you. essentially now is your chance to flavor the room and make it so this way if you want to do actions that you have things to do those actions with.
We're effectively preparing our raid actions,
Yes.
our lair actions. We're the boss. This is our lair. We're now sort of trying to prep for that.
Exactly! That is
Dylan
exactly
went-
what you're doing.
You said want to ride dungeon.
I am
Dylan
not.
was like, I want to do a dungeon, but I don't want to do it at work, so I'm going to outsource it.
Essentially, yeah. It's a reverse dungeon where you guys are the villains at the end.
Well, technically,
Except
that's true.
if we were actually doing a dungeon, I'd be much better at this.
Yeah.
Think-
Okay.
This is hard, and
But yeah, don't worry about mechanics so much as what could we accomplish if the waiters were all wearing this kind of a uniform?
that's still a lot of details.
It is. But it is fun details because you guys get to arrange a party.
Dylan, you have never arranged a party, have you?
No, I don't have friends outside of this.
Okay, sweetie,
You have no idea how difficult this thing is.
I'm getting
actually
very
is.
spoon trained. Yesterday was already difficult, and this is just kind of
There. Food is settled.
Done.
You know what? I'm fine with letting Victor take over.
wait. What happened? What are you
I'm
doing?
okay.
In
I'm
Roll20 chat.
Appetizers, salad and cheese, first course noodles and bread, second course soup, third course a meat course, and dessert cake. Yep, that would totally work.
There.
Cool, that works. It's done.
Yeah.
That's done.
Okay.
Entertainment.
Could be anything from
Oh.
someone doing stand-up comedy to a web of tightrope walkers and acrobats performing stuff on the ceiling constantly.
That would be cool, but
Props
probably
on
not.
that.
That's
All
just
sorts-
asking for it to backfire.
All sorts of entertainments that you guys want to come up with. Go ahead, I'm just going to go to the washroom. Oh, and as mentioned earlier, too, the people who weren't here for when I said this session has, like, the chance to be extremely short just because this is only deciding flavor.
Okay.
So you guys can put as much detail or as little detail into this as you want. This is, like, entirely freeform right now. We will go until you guys feel that you have prepared enough. That could be in 30 more minutes. That could be in a couple hours.
Here's the thing: is the game gonna suffer if we do minimal planning?
No, not really. This is just flavor for the room. Like, you'll have either
let's
less
just do minimal planning.
Yeah, you'll have less or more opportunities. It's up to you guys as a group, and players can leave, and we can continue planning as well. If people are like, I want to do a little bit of planning, but then I kind of want to go do some other stuff, and other players are like, I want to plan every minutia down to the floor tiles.
We're not going that far.
Yep.
No,
I'm
it's,
well, that's
I'm
okay,
just
like I said,
fucking
We
tired.
love ourselves.
going to the washroom.
Okay, go.
He really has no idea how hard this kind of thing
No,
is.
It's okay. Just
Okay, so
make it.
food's done.
Yeah.
Just the DM.
I do want to do a roll on the meat course in case, like, I don't want to have a serving, like, their emblem animal or anything like that.
No, that would totally be in line with what a vampire would do. To be like, hey, guess what? Fuck you.
Right, but we're running the party, not him. So he can go settle in.
Right. Well, as the way meal, we're just okay. When Dylan comes back, we're gonna say, do we need to make a check to make sure none of the food is offensive because we killed a totem animal or something, or is that just assumed we're not doing that?
Cool. That'll work. All right.
Because I don't want to get into nitty gritty minutia.
Okay, cool. So food is done.
Okay.
Yeah.
I personally feel that this is a very starchy meal, but I will say that it is done.
I completely missed half of what you said,
He
dude.
said it's starchy.
I don't. Okay,
There's too many carbs. No. Okay.
Mitchie. Mitchie.
If you want to go in detail and plan, go for it, because I am tired and don't have the spoons for this, and I just want to be done.
Yeah, you are sick.
Hello.
I am sick.
No.
No, Heather is sick. Heather is
Heather.
sick and under a lot of stress, and
I'm
I
back.
don't want to drag down you guys' fun, but I would rather roleplay than deal with details. So
Yeah.
I'm going to be
So
here
no-
for comedic relief.
Okay.
Dylan,
Yes.
we decided that we want to specify that the meat course is not any family's totem animal.
You don't need to worry about that, but yes.
Excellent.
Okay.
Got it.
We just wanted to make sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I had nothing planned to do that. Like I said,
That-
guys,
that was-
this is... Hold on. No matter what you do here, guys, you're not going to offend anyone.
Good. Okay.
Like, this is just for flavor to set up your room. It's like, you guys, unless you tell me something like we are having naked acrobats or an orgy in the middle of the goddamn room, you're not going to offend anybody.
Then could we just generic it and be like, hey, let's have a generic royal party?
No, because some people want to do the flavor. And I want to see what you guys come up with. You do need some sort of stuff. Otherwise, you know.
Okay. Alright, so meat's out of the so food is out of the way. The food layer actions allow us salad and cheese. Hard to slip stuff into that because there's so many different things in a salad at play that can mess with points.
Yeah.
Soup is really essentially where we could really fuck up an assassin.
Slipping hazard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it could also go the opposite way, and he could slip a liquid poison into his soup.
The thing though is that perhaps if someone within 10 feet was using prestidigitation, the dude's soup could all of a sudden upend all over his pants. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Or someone had mage hand. I assume mage-
I don't have.
So food has been determined, and food is helpful and useful and great.
But yeah, by the way, earlier that was just me making a joke as Logrian.
I don't know which part you're talking about.
Oh, the whole the food starchy. It sounded like you got really defensive.
No, I'm not upset. I'm just sick and tired. You're fine. I don't have spoons for this, so I'm trying my best.
Alright, so
But it's like
anyway, food's settled. Food's settled,
Yeah.
it's done with. We can decide layer actions with it later.
Entertainment.
Entertainment.
We're now, I'm going to say, to make this easier for everyone, I'm going to not refer to it as entertainment and decorations, but as further layer actions and terrain.
That
You
works.
got the floor. You got the floor.
Go for
Okay.
it. What's your ideas?
Layer actions. If we have musicians, that can give us cover.
Mm-hmm.
The nice thing about musicians is that you can shift musicians in and out. You can use disguise self to slip in. You can put a debuff on an assassin. You can do all kinds of things. With waiters, that's another form of a layer action. Waiters coming in. If a waiter trips and falls and spills his platter on someone, that person will obviously have to be excused to be cleaned up. If you wanted to switch someone out with an imposter, or if you wanted to perhaps maybe plant suspicious clues on someone and then watch Captain Grimes go investigate while they're out of the room, you could do that. So these are things you could be at play. Additionally, if you have someone reciting poetry, perhaps you could maybe distract a party like a person there, we're not doing any more rolls for this, but if we knew the assassin has such and such favorite performer or favorite piece and it's playing right now and he's much less likely to do anything because he wants to hear his thing.
I figured it
I-
would be your thing, because not everyone is fond of poetry.
To build on that, this is out of character talk, but Montaigne knowing that the target is someone of his religion, he would know things that could be considered bad omens to put the target on guard.
Yes,
Agreed.
that is
Having sheep as your main course would be very bad.
yes.
Having what?
We could do that.
Sheep.
We could do that.
Because the Black Shepherdess is a shepherdess, and she treats lost souls as her sheep. To partake of sheep is considered rude, and to see it on there would be wait a second.
They should have known about this.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll put them on guard, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
we don't want to put them on guard.
The target, two of us do.
Oh wait, the target is a black shepherd, not the
Yeah.
assassin.
Yeah.
Correct.
Then in that case, yes, we definitely need to serve sheep. So now we got
So yeah.
back to layer
So
actions.
we have-
So we've
So
got
that's what-
3 layer actions at the moment in the form of musicians, bards, and waiters.
I was just thinking. I read once that there was a talk of only death can pay for life.
I'm sorry?
Only death can pay for life. I mean,
Explain.
Sometimes you could switch out the target.
Yes, you could switch out the target with someone and put them under a disguise spell.
Right.
But
But
then
you would
we'd
have
be
to choose someone to sacrifice, and that is an evil action. So if you're a
Yeah.
good boy,
Yeah, I don't think anyone here would be okay with doing that.
Well,
Yes,
No, I think
I
Locrian
do
is saying
remember
using a
hearing
party
that
member.
dwarves were very good at resisting poison, but
who's a dwarf?
I don't know any dwarves.
Yeah, no, we don't have any dwarves in the party. And that's only assuming the assassin uses poison.
That is
Anyway.
true.
We don't know what he's going to use.
The best course of action would be making it hard because the target is waiting for him.
Yeah.
So are there any other layer actions we have besides those three? The bard, which might say poetry that has other key omens in it. The musicians might play a piece that has like
Yeah.
a bit of an odd sound to it. Like stuff that nobody else would be weirded by, but that this guy would just be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, exactly. Alternatively, someone could slip a note into his pocket, or someone could tip off Grimes. Though the trick, of course, is tipping them off without also alerting our patron.
And that would be either a bard or a sorcerer who can cast spells without any signs of casting. Yeah.
Those are just a couple of different actions we can take.
Yeah.
Additionally, other lair actions we could take. What we could do is we know that we're pissing some people off. We could encourage them to make a scene. So in the ensuing pandemonium, the assassin thinks he has a free shot, and then something happens to the assassin. At the
Yeah.
same time, if he dies, the suspicion will fall onto us, and we will probably be lunch.
Yeah, it's basically how clean we can keep our hands.
Yeah. So if we can, for instance, create a scenario where the watch captain or the knight commander is suddenly suspicious of what the hell is his name? Clay. Yeah. If we can,
Duke Clay is the assassin, yes.
yeah. If we can put ample doubt on him with someone with authority, that could happen. But the trick is, we have to convince them. Because as far as they know, he's just Duke Clay. He's not an assassin for the Vampire Lord.
Well, we don't really have to out him. We could let him out himself.
That is also potential.
Thing is, though, this is all out of character discussion. Only Arya and Montaigne are
Right.
actively considering trying to sabotage the assassination at this point, and neither of them can actually communicate with the other yet.
This is true.
Yeah. In character, I have brushed it off. I care about our survival.
Okay. That's fair.
In character, Lambog wouldn't want him to die. Out of character, I can't swim.
That's fair. Don't worry about it, Hector. I know. I understand. Okay. So those are actions we can take prior to the actual dinner. We can put doubts, we can see chaos, we can do that stuff at the party itself.
Interactions.
Yes, through interactions. Terrain. We need to cut off line of sight for certain people. We have to give the spy master.
Someone is writing this down or drawing it out, right?
No, it doesn't sound like it.
Someone may wish to start doing so.
Why is this crossed out?
Which one?
I just wrote their actions on page 3. Why is it crossed out?
Because the thing was crossed out.
Yeah, it's still just. I got it.
Okay.
Where's the thing?
I don't know.
Oh,
Why
well,
is this
I believe it's Control S. Nope. There we go. For some reason, I guess they changed it. There you go.
That's
It
weird.
shouldn't-
Thank you. Layer actions. Wares. And being tripped up. Or confused. Or in some way disturbed. So that they spill their tray. Second layer action. Performers. Conceit doubt. Or distract members of the dinner party. Food. Can send warnings.
You guys are doing great, by the way.
Terrain. Dinner room. Cut. Line of sight. Members. Party. Allows information gathering. Non-preemptive. I can't spell tonight. Tables with hunters. No. No, because there's the fountain. But we're all like, no one, the only one of us who has third level spells is Lucarian.
Arya.
Oh, and Arya.
And
Oh,
Alundra.
okay. What third level spells do you have though?
Life Transference, Spirit Guardians, and Thunderstep, but I can't cast Spirit Guardians because I don't have my,
Focus.
ah,
Also, those are all offensive spells.
well, it's technically a defensive spell that turns offensive if you run to someone.
Right, but anything that does damage, I'm guessing we're not going to be able to cast.
That would be logical.
So if you have offensive spells, they are useless to us. If you have utility spells, like create food or create and destroy water, or grease, or sleep,
I have Minor Illusion, Thaumaturgy, and I have Shield of Faith, which I can cast on another person, and Misty Step.
you know, Shield of Faith is only going to be useful if the assassin attempts to use direct action,
Yeah.
which he probably won't do unless it's a last resort. What does Shay have?
For third level?
Or utility?
Let's see here. Let me just go down the list. Her cantrip, she has Booming Blade, Mending, Prestidigitation, and True Strike.
Okay.
First level, Cure Wounds, Disguise Self, Fairy Fire, and Healing Word.
Okay.
Her second level, Enhanced Ability and Heat Metal.
Okay.
And then third level, she has Catnap, Plant Growth, and Speak with Plants.
Plant growth just creates like an overgrowth.
If there are plants around you.
It can. I think it can do more than just simple overgrowth. It can like.
It's only it's only if you cast a spell over 8 hours. You enrich the land.
Oh, it's okay.
That's a second use of it.
I'm looking at the spell right now. I could spell plant growth. That would be nice. Plant growth. That's not what I want to click. Maybe it is. Yes. Okay. So basically, if we went loud, and we're just determined to make as much of a nuisance before we become food, plant growth would be useful. But since it's not, I'm not going to worry about it.
Well, what if we decorate the table with flowers?
Right, but if all the issue is that
You can't cast that stealthily. You would be outing yourself.
yeah, and so I mean, I know Michi has removed curse because that's what he took for 3rd level. What other spells do you have?
I got Bane, Fairy Fire, Healing Word. I didn't get Unseen Servant, I don't think. No, I didn't. Yes, no, I do have Unseen Servant. And I got Silence, Shatter, Magic Mouth, and Remove Curse.
I put my spells down below. My utilities, anything that can be used for utility.
In
Basically everything except for Shatter.
Magic Mouth. I'm looking at that.
That could be abusing.
Oh, Magic Mouth actually could be really useful. Magic Mouth could be extremely useful.
But
I
can
was
you
thinking-
cast it stealthily?
You can set it up because its duration is until dispelled.
I only put that so that Lola would stop getting in my food.
Yeah. Actually, can I? Yeah, I'll post in chat. Check. Can I do that?
You're doing a check?
Mitchie,
No, I'm not doing a check. I
okay.
wanted to
click.
the,
Go to your spell page and click on the spell,
Yeah.
Oh,
and then click, and then it'll ask you what level. Just say cast it.
okay.
It'll post the description and stuff.
Give me a moment, give me a moment, give me a moment.
Oh shit. How much gold do you have? Because it costs 10 gold to cast.
I've got.
So this potentially could be extremely useful to us.
Yeah. But that would mean, but again,
Really?
only he's not one of the ones that are conspiring to try and thwart it.
At the moment, that is correct. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of stuff we're going to have to do ad hoc in the party itself. That is really cool. Oh, I see it right here.
Lord, that magic mouth thing seems very useful, especially
Oh, yeah,
in
that
regards to what's going on.
Because if we could convince Logreen to use Magic Mouth to let Montaigne...
And then hand over the wand, because
Well,
the first spell he casts is that what that wand absorbs.
But we don't need the wand necessarily, because we only have to alert one person.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't need to get him to help us. One of us could just say, cast this and hand me the wand.
We could, but it would arouse suspicion.
Yeah.
Also, this is kind of out of character knowledge. Would any of the characters even know that I have that spell? I've never even used it.
No.
Oh, that's a good point. Hugo. Oh no, we don't want Hugo?
Hugo's the Mind Flayer.
Oh! Oh, no.
Oh no!
No.
No!
We don't know.
He is the multiverse's greatest bard, though.
He is the multiverse's
Okay.
second
Talking about this
greatest
guy
bard.
named Hugo, I've yet to meet him.
He fucking
Hugo is a
plays-
mind flayer.
I
That is
know,
when
I-
eating. Okay.
I was just like,
I'll tell you
need
right
to
now, the
specify
king.
between in and out of character a little more because you kind of Mitchie sounds very much like both of you.
I'll tell you right
Yeah.
now, guys, that
Yes.
the king would love having Hugo because he's all about that that adventure things, and a Mind Flayer bard just is that like sense of danger that he kind of wants. So Hugo would be an interesting thing to bring. You can also
Yeah,
bring other
Hugo-
people from the Tantalium too. Like you guys could bring Charity and Hastings, or anyone from the NPC list, and like try and pass them off as entertainment or as other things.
Okay. Would Hugo try to eat the king's brain, though?
Not if Bo's there.
Bard.
Not if Bo is there, because Bo and Hugo have a deal to be performers together, meaning that you could have Bo
Since Bo
and
is
Hugo
there.
do their comedy
Bo would
act.
not perform.
Bo is not
Bo would
performing.
Bo would not perform at the
No, it's his first public appearance.
Yeah, he's supposed to be making a good appearance as the queen. Like,
Yeah.
he would not make a fool of himself on the first impression.
Uh,
Second, maybe.
Hugo would not try to eat the king unless the king showed off the fact that the king is a bard.
Okay. Would the king be like, oh, I'm a bard too, let's do a duet?
You don't know that. That is something that there is no way for you to find out until that happens.
Things
Okay.
about Hugo, Hugo would enjoy eating the king. Probably don't want to.
So, Hugo is potential.
Don't forget, Fong is also an assistant to a really famous play director.
Who?
Fong.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, we could use him.
And he's a Sanguinian too, which means he's part vampire.
We
Okay,
could
I
use him to organize the entertainment. He would absolutely do it way better than any of us could.
Well, would he? Because we had to take over for him last time.
Yeah, that was because he was dealing with a play that like he didn't think he was going to have to do work for, and then like it had millions of people coming to see the damn play, right?
Yeah, he's only dealing with a few hundred, and it doesn't need to be his best work. That'll probably just spur him to actually try and do something cool.
That's fair.
Oh, Fong. Okay.
But if he'd been with him, he could die too.
Why would he die?
I'm assuming we would have him help us organize?
Well, no, we're just gonna put him in charge of entertainment. Like what the subject of the entertainment is. Give him the information. He'll
Okay.
put together some good entertainment.
Someone else is interfering, that they're also likely to be eaten by a vampire if we fuck up.
Well, we're hoping to not fuck up.
No, I'm just...
this plan must go on without a hitch.
Hurry up.
Would Ricardo be good for entertainment?
Ricardo is very anxious, and
I'm
well,
sorry.
he's good at impressions and shit. He is a knight in training.
Okay, so
He's not. He's more if you wanted him for extra security or something.
no. Okay, never mind then.
If you put him up on stage, he would likely cry.
Good to know.
Let's bring Grandpa Jenkins.
He'll die.
So, Fong is a yes or no?
I like the idea. We
Hey.
would know that it'd be good entertainment, and
What about the mouse?
It's quite a literal mouse.
I'm sorry?
It's a mouse. It's a literal mouse.
Sometimes stabs people.
Yes, it has a whole side story devoted to it, actually. And it stabbed someone in the Tantalium once.
What if it stabbed the assassin at an opportune moment?
You guys are gonna have to then make social checks trying to first catch and then convince the mouse, because it runs away from you all and no one can track it down, really.
Okay.
Hire an assassin to take out the assassin.
It's an enemy living in the Tantalium, essentially.
See, I wish you guys would have told me this earlier because I have talked to animals.
I mean, you can contact the mouse right now.
As Bo?
Yeah, as Lambog. Like,
Huh?
I will totally allow you guys to talk with Tantalium NPCs right now if you want, because you're
Oh.
trying to plan with them.
Hey,
Cool, then I will
who's
gladly
Kailana?
do rules.
Yeah, but the guy's listening in.
Kailana is the former princess of the country that Wedge and Bo are now king and queen of. Kailana
Oh,
actually knows all these people.
and she has.
Motherfucker, why didn't-
It says she has golems.
Yes, she actually creates golems in the Tantalium pretty constantly that Tyr uses as a militaristic force.
Would Kailana be amenable to coming to this party?
Do you want to contact her?
Invited.
I'm sorry?
Do you want to contact her?
Invited.
I know Heather was trying to say something.
Was she invited?
No.
As an ex-royal, why would she be invited?
Well, that's the thing. There's no saying that you can't disguise people and have them come with you.
The thing though is she has golems.
She has golems.
There's a resurgence of golem stuff. Not a
Because the-
resurgence, but a
a
boom
s-
of it.
Yeah, essentially, these people stole the technology from Israbo and Wedge's kingdom.
Oh.
So like perfect replicas or like shitty we're reverse engineering this.
Reverse engineering it.
So like if we brought her as like, oh we think your golems are very cute, but we brought the expert.
Yeah, she actually is like a really good golem creator.
So
I
we
mean,
could,
sure, we could ask
I mean,
if she
I don't
did
think
that.
Montaigne would be able to ask because he doesn't really know anyone in the Tantalium yet. Unfortunately.
Okay.
God, this sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You guys not enjoying this?
No, it's the problem is that Montaigne is better for social stuff, but Sloane has the necessary intellect that would make this easier. But that's neither here nor there.
I mean, why don't we just try to work with the cards that we've been dealt, rather than trying to have the perfect situation set up?
We're not gonna get the perfect setup.
Right.
That's a done deal.
Right,
Um,
so let's work with the cards that we have been dealt.
We are.
We
there
are. We
cards that are off the table right now because of in-character reasons, not
Yeah,
out-of-character reasons.
yeah,
Out of
in-character
we have
knowledge.
access to these cards. In-character, they're too
We
high
don't.
for us.
we're trying to work with the cards we have, and we have limited cards.
You guys don't
I
need
mean,
to
the
worry about
worst
getting
part is-
a perfect situation, though. Unlike the Lottie Vasto situation, where you guys really needed everything to be perfect, you have a lot more wiggle room here. As well
We're
as
not
this
going
time,
for perfect. We're going for modern, and we're having trouble with modern.
We are?
Yes.
Yes.
What's our issue?
Yes.
Limited. We have limited resources because most of our characters are relatively young by Tantalian standards. Where they don't have a lot of access to stuff. We're pacified, which means Montaigne, for instance, could demonstrate stuff from Ryar, which would be really dope, but he's pacified and can't draw his sword.
you want to try and ask them if they'd be willing to unpacify you to do that?
I'm guessing the DC is absurd.
No way to tell unless you try.
Wait,
I'll
so
give you-
we're trying to figure out entertainment.
I'll try
We're trying to figure out everything.
help you with that if you want to do the roll.
Stuff.
One step at a time, one step at a time.
Heather was saying something.
No, he heard me.
Oh,
I heard you.
one step at a time. I mean, that would be an interesting thing to do, but Maybe as like a little last-ditch thing.
Huh?
Don't forget, you guys can still make checks. I'm still
Yeah.
here for that to happen.
All right, so we are the problem. Let's state the facts. The problem right now, we're trying to figure out how to entertain these people. Is that correct?
Sort
Yeah.
of.
Yes. Okay.
Arya doesn't-
How long do we have to entertain these people for?
A couple hours.
The night,
Uh,
yeah.
So, couple hours.
Like 6 to 8 hours.
That's a lot of an entertainment.
Yeah, that's why Arya, who does know Fong, can ask for him to help and basically take care of that for us.
Would we like to try and do that?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys get in contact with Tyr, informing Whip that you guys might actually know someone who could handle the entertainment. And with only a little bit of moderate persuading, he allows you to get in contact with the Tantalium. The guy who is apparently running the show right now is, like, he's taking Krieger's place, is, let's see, who is it?
Charity?
Heinlein, actually. It's Heinlein.
Oh.
Your head of waste management.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be doing a shit of a job.
Yeah, what do you want?
I'd like to request for Fong so that I believe there's a job I have for him.
Yeah, let me
He
go.
might be interested. Yep.
And there's like a little pause, and then the Sanguinian comes on and he goes, "Hello, friends."
Hello, this is Arya here.
Oh yes, I remember you. You helped out with that play.
Yes, we have well, to be blunt, we're hoping to use your expertise and skills to help entertain a dinner party.
I get to be in charge of it.
Sure.
I don't have to answer to anybody else. I don't-
Sorta.
No, I don't think so, actually.
I don't.
As long as you don't offend anybody, this party must go on without a hitch.
You mean I don't have Johnny Nightwing breathing down my neck?
Oh, hell no, all we need is just for the
I'll do it.
entertainment to be good.
I'll do it.
Yeah, he's wanted this opportunity for fucking ever.
I'll
We
do
do
it.
have some information for you to work with, and I'll relay that information, and from there we're leaving it to your creative expertise.
The last thing you hear is like an excited strangled ah before he disconnects.
Wait, we should have probably mentioned that it was all due tomorrow.
Well, you did.
Clara said
I
he
did.
gave him the information, which we
Time doesn't pass in the Tantalium. He has like a full decade to prepare if he needs.
Yeah.
That is.
So he will be ready.
Yeah. That's the nice thing with that. Could we get Takahata to do the meal?
We could.
Do you want to contact Takahata? You guys will need.
Again-
It means the stuff that you guys picked wouldn't be what comes out. It'd be of Takahata's choices, and it will all have an Asian influence.
Okay.
Loving it. Done.
As
As
long
long as she makes sheep.
Yes.
Yeah, as long as she does something with lamb. I think the Japanese had stuff to do with lamb.
it was more high class, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Good.
So
Ring,
Just
ring,
high
ring,
class.
calling Taco Hut.
Highland comes back on and is like, "All right, is that it? I've got a
Uh,
blockage in Sloane's room again. I swear to God, that guy poops more than." Anyways, what's up?
Asshole.
Takahata, actually.
Yeah. What about her? Oh, you want her?
Can-
Yeah,
yes,
let me get
please.
her.
Thank you.
And
So-
she comes on, and she seems very cheery because no one's talked to her in a while. She goes, "Hello, hello, hello! How can I help you?"
Hi, I don't think we've had the chance to talk a whole lot. And
I place an order with Taco Hut.
Taco? Who's Taco Hut? I'm Takahata. I make your food.
Oh, I said it wrong.
yes,
I'm sorry.
it's very good food. And well, we have a dinner. We have a royal treaty dinner, and thought that your skills would be best for it.
I'm gonna cook for a royal treaty?
Yeah,
Yes.
just
Oh
need
my
There's
God,
only-
Dad'll be so proud!
There's only one thing that you'd have to do. The rest is all up to your discretion.
Uh-huh.
It has to have sheep as the meat, as part of the main meat.
So just for the one course, it doesn't need to be for everything?
Right.
No.
Oh god,
No,
for a
but
second I
just
thought this
break
treaty
up.
had a sheep theme to it, and I was gonna have to shape everything like little sheeps. Do you know how hard it is to get their fluffy
if
fur?
you thought that was,
No, just sorry, man. Not just sheep as the main platter would be absolutely perfect.
I'm not really used to cooking it, but I can do my best.
I've only heard good things about you, so more power to you, man.
You know how to make a lady blush, and she disconnects.
Okay, so that's food and entertainment done.
Don't we need taco?
I have a question. I don't suppose we got any like interior decorators or something.
that's what I was
Tell
thinking
me.
myself.
You know,
Let me check the NPC list for interior decoration.
no more so like 200 point for it.
Yeah.
You get Bloink.
No.
No, never.
That would be amusing.
Granny Orc is an option, but that'd be interesting.
Everything.
Kailana? Okay, so the people who would be able to, like, passively decorate things and have some sort of effect with their decorations would be, Bloink, but that's not in the way that you guys would want.
No.
Shushkar, again, probably not the way that you guys want. Granny Orc, Kailana, Hugo the Magnificent, Q wouldn't be bad.
Yes, just bring a god in. Why not?
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
But Adula's advice would be very appreciated.
Leanne could do
Be
it.
able to use hints.
And Steven had a very interesting sense of style.
Oh.
No bones about it.
But yeah, Leanne,
no.
Leanne, the blacksmith could be an option too. She could create some sculptures or something, probably. Right, May?
What about some of the 200 point bricks today, them interior designers?
Oh yeah.
They are too busy trying to do their best to pretend that they still live in a town.
And not a other space pocket.
Yeah.
We do still.
A space bucket in a space pocket.
Yeah. I tried.
You did good.
So, rats. Well, Israel and Widge are apparently also Tantalian buddies. I don't suppose you got anyone else in there that might be from around here, do you?
Honestly, you'd have to ask them. Can't say I know a whole lot of the residents. I didn't want to say NPCs.
That was polite of you.
I mean, like, that'd be very rude of her in character. Them as NPCs. I got another character concept.
Interior designer.
Bard with, was it Phantasmal Illusions or something?
Oh,
Actually-
shit. Hold on, let me check.
Actually, let's contact Bo.
Yeah, let me check this character sheet. I actually might be able to handle this. I didn't even think about that. Because, like, Master of Disguise, Master of Illusion, fucking charming motherfucker.
A ring that lets you communicate to people telepathically.
Mm-hmm.
And Arya does know about that ring.
Yeah, I know. I talked to you with it, didn't I?
Once, I think. Or at the very least, I know you've used it around me. But yeah, so Arya's going to ask to be connected to Bo.
Israel.
Yeah, Heinlein goes and gets Israel.
What's that?
Hey, you should have received an invitation to some party. Did you get that yet?
Let me check. Dylan,
Sorry?
feel like, did Bo get an invitation yet?
You look around your room and you can't find it anywhere. And you hear Jenkins say from outside your room, "What you got there, Bloink?"
Bo runs down one of the little streets and busts out of the bedroom door, aka, city gates.
You come out to see Bloink, his trash can-like head half open, and a closed envelope in his mouth that has a seal on it. And he looks at you, and you and him both pause for a moment as your eyes lock. And one moment, let me change the music.
Just another edition of Blink Toss.
I'll trade you for tea.
Bo's now a contender.
He looks at you, pauses, and books it. He's running away now. He's sprinting through the Tantalium away from you.
Or a monster.
Huh?
He's a monster, right? Not a human.
Yeah, he's not a humanoid.
Charm monster.
Yeah, he's a monstrous humanoid.
It's a spell.
Yeah.
Give me a moment.
Spell's still working.
What's the DC?
Wisdom saving throw. Saving throw is, I'm guessing just my spell wisdom. It's 16 wisdom save.
He actually makes it.
What?
And he's running, and I'm guessing you're pursuing, right, Bo?
Yeah, actually, I'm pursuing him, but I'm also gonna turn into another Bloink.
Okay, you do so. You imagine well, you can't turn yourself into things, but you can imagine a second Bloink beside you to run after him as well.
No, Mask of Many Faces, disguise self.
Oh God.
I look like Bloink, and I'm chasing Bloink.
All right, the people in the Tantalium, like, there's shocks and like as the two Bloinks sprint through the common room, leaping over tables and chairs. They run out into the kitchen, and there's this part where they like scramble across the table. Plates go flying everywhere. Takahata is like humming in the kitchen as the first Bloink like vaults the counter into it, followed by the second Bloink swinging upon like a pan that was hanging down, and it's there that the Bloink Bo tackles the real Bloink in midair, and the two roll, slamming into the Takahata's oven, with the door shutting behind them. Takahata quickly opens the door and drags the two of them out.
Bo is gonna point at Bloink and say, "He stole my letter."
Bloink,
in Bo's voice.
Bloink points at you and says in Bloink voice, "No, he stole my letter." And Takahata is just staring at the two of you, and you can see that she's like, "What is happening?"
Bloink stole my letter, so I took his form to tackle him.
Bloink stole my letter, so I took his form to tackle him.
Oh yeah? Mimic this. Turns back into Bo.
Yeah, oh!
and you can't do it, right?
No, not only can he not do it, but there's like a little sound, and the letter flies out of an area that no one wants to imagine.
Bo grabs the letter by the corner.
How would prestigitize that shit?
Quite literally.
Unfortunately, I only have Thaumaturgy.
Takahata just...
You can just imagine it clean.
No, it's perfectly clean. It just went straight through him.
It's just scented now.
Scented, not in a nice way, but yeah, it's gone through him. And Bo, I'm guessing you open it up and read it, right?
Oh well, first I'm going to apologize to Takahata and be like, "I'm terribly sorry to have interrupted your kitchen. He led me this way."
It's all right. Is just surprised, is all.
I understand.
She kind of blinks. Can I help you?
You did. You helped already by helping me retrieve the letter, and I very much appreciate it. And we will be out of your hair now. And Bo will just pick up Bloink and start walking out with him.
All right. I should have been having this play. This is Bloink's theme. All right, so yeah, you pick up Bloink kind of by the scruff of the neck, like a naughty cat, and he struggles in your arms.
He's probably swinging, and I'm just like, whatever.
He's swinging, and
It's time for Isaro's contribution to the Blank Tusk tournament.
Does kicking count?
No, it's a different sport. That's called the Bloink Punt.
I'm gonna invent it.
Proper Bloink toss method is one arm around his wrists, one around his ankles, and then you kind of like huck him like a log.
Oh, okay, so like spin and throw.
Yeah.
Discus throw. Got it.
Not like a discus, like a log toss.
I'll pretend I know what that means.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay, so Bo walks out back into, I guess, the common room.
Yeah, Bloink struggling, and you can hear his trash can like head going as he's opening up and just like going at the air.
Bo imagines the common room extending very long into a long sports field with marks every so many yards or feet, whatever we measure in.
You do so. Athletics to throw him.
Yeah. I'm gonna use Bo's inspiration for this because 28.
You hurl
Did I
him.
mention that Bo has not only proficiency but expertise in athletics?
You don't set a record, but you do give him a long throw, and he arcs gracefully through the air. And as he's coming down, you see.
There's one of those cushions for people who do pole vaulting.
No, because you did have one of those, but you see Lola sitting beside it, and suddenly the cushion becomes a trash can, and Bloink lands in it, head first. And he wiggles his legs and is yelling, "I can't get out! I can't get out!"
Bo's gonna walk
Did
over,
Lola?
and the field is gonna shrink to meet Bo because of course it is.
Yep.
As he walks over to the trash can and just kind of puts down a hand to low 5 Lola.
Did Lola just imagine the trash can?
And Bo's not gonna bother speaking animal at the moment, and he's just gonna be like, "Good job, Lola." Cool. Bo imagines the lid and puts it on the trash can and walks away.
You do so.
Now I can open the letter. This was nice, you guys.
Meanwhile, 1 second has passed with the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
So-
a delay while they're getting Bo. It's like, oh, let me check. Opens
Like, all that
letter.
stuff happened in an instant for us.
Opens
yeah.
letter, Dylan.
You open it up, and yeah, it's an invitation to this thing.
Cool. Bo says, yeah, I got it now. Bloink had a hold of it, but, well, I haven't beat the record, but he got tossed, so what's up?
So, well, we're trying to figure out some decorations, and we don't know very many people who have experience with this world.
Oh, I'm sorry, were you calling for the princess?
Well, I don't, Arya doesn't know the princess.
Yeah, no, but Bo says that.
Well, I also had some things I wanted to talk with you about, as, like, I know you are a performer, but is that what do you intend to perform if you come?
Oh, hell no, I'm royalty, bitch.
Okay. So, yes, the princess and Bo.
Mm-hmm.
I do hope to see you with your ring.
I mean, I can't take it off, so...
Yeah, but
Oh,
Arya's...
I understand. Yeah, I'll be sure to polish my ring and my crown and any of my other trinkets that we might need. You know, I've got this awesome talisman that looks like a lockpick for picking trap locks.
Is it multifunctional?
You're really dense. Yes, it is extremely functional.
Oh, I didn't know. For all I know, Mo actually functions as a lockpick.
No, he was trying to vaguely explain some of his magic items to you.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you there. I hope to. Well, I just hope you get to enjoy the party.
Oh, I'm sure it's a party. So, like, you know, any party where people aren't throwing tomatoes at me, I'm good. There's not tomatoes on it anyways, there.
I don't think so. That'd be something you have to talk to Takahata about.
Just don't let Krieger send you rock tomatoes.
Yeah.
They have really good reviews, though.
Look, the only reason Rotten Tomatoes... Hold on, you guys, I got a response to this.
God damn it.
The only reason Rotten Tomatoes have good reviews is because they were responsible for the downfall of a fucking demon.
I don't get it.
I hear an applause.
That was beautiful.
Okay,
Alright,
so
you
yes,
need
could
me before I
you
go
guys-
get like a refresher course with the princess and try and learn myself a fucking world?
Are you talking to Dylan?
No, that was you guys. He said, is there anything else you need of me before I go talk to the princess and learn myself a fucking world?
I don't think so. Too much. Anyone else think of anything that the tier Valor can learn? Or might need to know?
You wanted interior decorating, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Interior decoration party. Maybe you know someone.
Leanna, she should be good at that. That girl we just saved recently.
Yeah, sure. I can go find her.
Thank you, Bo.
Hold on. And Bo pantomimes putting a phone on hold and walks away. And stops and kind of looks around and goes, "Where the fuck is her room?" Bo closes his eyes, and I imagine I am right in front of Leanna's door.
That's not how it works, but you figure that out quickly and you ask directions to Leanne's door.
If it doesn't work, he's just gonna open one eye and be like, "Damn. Well, can't
The
live
door
that
appeared before you.
The door
eventually
appears
he
before
finds
you.
Leanna's door. He's gonna knock on her door.
I didn't anticipate getting involved in this.
Congratulations, May. Role play.
Sorry.
No!
Sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, are you in there? Hello? Pantomime's picking the phone back up. Yeah, I don't think she's home right now.
Okay. That's a shame.
I don't
Is
know
there
what she
anything that...
Bo says right outside her door. But, I guess she can't help you with decorating.
Well, we just needed her knowledge of things. We can just leave it up to Leanne and anything that you could probably suggest to her. Can you go get her?
Yeah, let me go find her. Bo takes one last look at the door, shrugs, walks away.
That's Leanne's door?
Oh yeah, that's what you were asking me to look for, is Leanne.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Leanne's door, dude.
Oh, I thought you were at the princess's door.
No, I came to see Leanne first.
So, May, does Leanne answer her door?
God. Yeah, she does.
Did you say she answers?
Yes, I did.
Cool. Hey, and Bo pantomimes an invisible phone. There's a call for you.
I don't know if I don't think she explained how the Tentalium works.
Nope, that's why I'm pantomiming handing a phone. Bo imagines a phone. Wait, why would Bo know what the fuck a phone is?
Just roll with it at this point.
Meta.
Yeah.
Bo imagines a stick with runes carved into it with
Bo,
a open hole on one side.
You were present, You were present in Tantalium Noir. You saw the Muse phones.
I was not present for Tantalium Noir.
You weren't?
I did not make any of those episodes. I existed during that time, but I was not able to attend, and I personally have not seen any of the
Oh,
recordings.
so never mind then.
Yeah, sorry.
I think you were only there for the last one.
Yeah, the last one.
Wait, which one was Tantalium Noir then?
The one where you had the 100 cup challenge?
Oh, I was there for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've seen him use a phone.
No, I was there for a couple of those episodes. Oh, no.
Yeah, I could have sworn you were there for
they
some
had
of them.
phones.
Yeah, they had phones.
Okay, cool. Then yes, Bo imagines a telephone and offers it over to her, like, hey, you got a call.
However, Leanne has not seen a phone before.
And Bo's just gonna point to the mouthpiece and be like, you talk into there, and it comes out of here. Just take it.
She takes it.
Cool. The connection transfers to Leanne. The phone doesn't matter. Welcome to Tantalium, where the phone's made up and connection doesn't matter.
Sounds like an ideal phone company for the consumer.
Yeah. So you guys talk to Leanne now. I'm gonna go find Princess.
Hello?
Yeah, how can I help you?
We're currently in the need of some. This is Arya, one of the people who helped you and your father with your task previously. I don't know if they met before or not.
I don't know, because we figured out before we ever got
Yeah,
to
we
the
faded
You
out.
would have met maybe. It's up to you guys.
Then yeah, Arya would have made sure to check on her.
Yeah, she recognized you.
There's currently a royal dinner, treaty dinner, and we need decorations. I figured of all the people we could ask to turn for aid in this, someone of your skill would be best for it.
Well, I'm a blacksmith, not an interior designer.
It doesn't need to be anything. The requirements are not really high. I'm sure anything that you could make would be better than what we could by far. And has anyone explained the Tantalium for you yet?
I'm sure some people have.
So then, yeah, you have as much time as you need. Create what you think would be best.
You can't see it, but she kind of like scratches her chin and is like, alright, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. And I don't feel comfortable with requesting this for free from you, so we can work on a price at a later date and
I wasn't expecting that.
I know you weren't.
That's
Shut
what.
Shut up, GM, shut up, God.
God is never quiet in this world.
Shut up,
Shut up, Dad.
He's scrim constantly.
Yeah, that's true.
She says not to worry about it. You rescued her and her pops, so.
again, thank you. So Arya's gonna turn to the rest of the party. Is there anything else that we need?
We got entertainment. We got food.
Decoration and food.
We got decorations.
May, this means that you'll need to decorate the table and decide line of sight blockage and shit like that.
Fuck.
Yeah. They've passed it all off onto you.
Whoops, sorry. We couldn't find a better NPC.
Well,
Also, I think
Yeah.
you guys did want to do some stuff with line of sight. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
there was
we
only, like,
described
two-
the two basic line of sight blockages.
yeah, there's not a whole lot. It's like it's Leon's creative discretion of how she wants to block their line of sight.
Fuck.
Sorry, May.
Sorry.
That honestly did not occur to me as I was
Yeah,
asking
no,
this.
Thanks, guys.
Sorry.
this was not done maliciously. This was done without realizing that.
Payback for the soulmate arc.
I mean,
I liked Soulmate Arc. I had fun. I showed up in a barrel of explosive powder.
So,
I don't know what to do.
well, again, Patch said that you don't need to go too much detail. So
Yeah, just essentially, May, what you can do for ease is that thing that I linked. Download that, and then just do X's where you want, like, things to be blocking stuff. And draw lines and stuff. You don't actually need to draw or say what is there. If you just show that I am putting shit here to make it difficult for these people to see.
I forgot who needs to be blocked off from who already.
Might want to write that down somewhere for him then.
It's
I have very
Okay.
poor memory, especially this week.
um.
Three and a half week dreams.
Okay. So we need the Spymaster Silk.
Yeah. To not be in the view of the others.
View of the Gossip Lady. Who are, remind me again,
The three ladies that are seated across from each other.
Dandalia, Ayaria,
Ten.
and Valtari.
on the list 10 through 12.
Yeah, those ones.
And at the table 10 through 12. That works.
Ugh. Convenient.
Yeah. And what was the other line of sight? Guys?
It was I believe it was,
Something in
Well-
front of the drunk priest blocking his view of the punch bowl.
yeah,
That wasn't the other one, but that is something.
yeah, and I believe it was Grimes and Gron. We don't want them interacting directly.
Grimes and who?
Gron, the Knight Commander and the Watch Captain.
Oh, okay.
They're plenty far
That's why-
from the table.
Yeah, so that's so it doesn't need anything. It may not need to be blocked at this point
Yeah, I don't think it needs to be. I
because
think
they're a whole third of the table apart.
Yeah, I think they're good. Personally.
Okay.
Hey, I put a prototype design up in the chat.
1, 2, 3, answer 1 leaves.
Ormus leaves.
Erasmus. Haha.
Wait, Bo's entering, you motherfuckers.
Bo enters, Bo leaves.
Bo leaves.
That's true.
Okay,
Bo casts Leoman's hut. Only Bo leaves.
Leoman's tiny hut.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, what else do we need to think about, guys?
Yep, now it's turned over to you guys. Any extra plans, any extra things you want to discuss? It's all for you guys. This is your planning session for tomorrow. So this way, tomorrow we have no planning and we just go with it.
I assume I would have to make like a stealth check to discuss anything about Magic Mouth.
Yeah, Whip is still in here with you.
Yeah. Is he ever going to leave us? Or
He
are we
hasn't
gonna
left
be
you. He hasn't left you yet, but you might be able to convince him to leave if you tried, or something like that.
We could
If you
call
guys
it privacy
made a
in the
distraction somewhere else in the house right now, or gave him a task to do, that would warrant him needing to leave.
But we can't make it too obvious.
Do you think maybe he should help Fong?
Assuming Fong shows up.
Fong isn't going to be showing up until the day.
I'm sorry?
Fong's not going to be showing up until the day, right?
Okay.
Yeah, they're planning
Yeah.
to Pallium so they have as much time as possible.
He's probably going to show up though, because so that he can since it's his work, he's gonna that kind of thing.
Right, but the day of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tomorrow.
But we basically outsourced everything to people with infinite time on their hands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
Bo is talking to the princess to learn literally everything he can about the world, since I have all the time I need.
Okay.
So, do I need to make a check or something to be like how well he learns it, or just I'll make history checks in the future to be like, hey, I remember this.
For learning from Kailana?
Yeah, because she was the princess of this country, so I'm trying
Yeah,
to learn.
Kailana says, hey, you know what would be a fun idea?
Huh?
How about I come as one of your ladies in waiting and I'll disguise myself? Hell, we'll bring Vance.
I mean, shit, I can disguise you, sweetheart.
There, look at that. So that's why I can come and I'll feed you information as it comes and you need it.
Cool.
She
But
behaves.
I would still like to learn about the country that we rule now.
Yeah, of course, don't worry about it.
Well, was that a don't worry about it insight check, or was that a don't worry about it she's being sincere?
She's
as in,
pretty
as
sincere.
in, do you need me to roll an insight, or am I fine?
You can if you want to.
I'll give you my inspiration.
That's, I think I got it.
What'd you get?
15.
Yeah, she's telling the truth.
Okay, cool. Alright, cool. Then yeah, he will try and learn the important stuff about the country, like rules and basic stuff from her now. And then she can feed me the, like, tidbits while we're there. In the meantime, we have time to work on her disguise, which means basically Bo's gonna make a shit ton of disguise checks over and over until we have something workable.
No, you can just take 20 on this.
Right, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, it makes it a little easier on you.
That's all we need as far as
I think that's everything.
the obscuring line of sight.
Yeah. Not a lot.
So we have, in the very
That's fine.
middle of the table, we have the punch bowl.
Which is
Over
very
the
cool.
left a little bit, we're gonna have some kind of decoration in the middle of the table to block them from seeing Silk.
Right.
But Silk can see what's his face. I can't remember. Oh wait, no, Lady what's her face, but Lady what's her face is in there. So yeah, just a thing to prevent them from seeing Silk, even though Silk can hear everything. Maybe it just happens to be a metal sculpture that amplifies sound in a certain direction, but you know, is a big bell horn, so it blocks sight. Yay.
Yeah, Leanne could make that.
Yeah.
Well, that's
And then,
what I got so far.
And then something blocking Drunk Priest from seeing the big punch bowl getting dipped in all the time, because that might bother him, tempt him to get up and get drunk.
Well, of course, we could also use that to create a distraction.
Things still being written down.
I know it's too late to ask questions, but I totally want to ask if that priest had more than just alcohol issues.
It's not too late to ask questions.
Yeah, you can ask.
I put
Yeah, we still got
draft in the-
still got 30 minutes of the session left, at minimum.
Does this guy have more than just an alcohol problem?
How about you roll me a check?
That's right.
Well, now, how's that for a roll?
Yeah, Whip explains that no, as far as we know, his major issue is his alcoholism.
Oh. Well, hope he enjoys the drugs that the prince is gonna sell him.
Well, that's why we put him away from.
We put him next to the prince. We're hoping the priest
Yeah, but we
can
didn't
stop the
expect
prince.
priests to go for drugs.
Yeah, you guys are hoping that the priest can stop the prince and that not the other way around.
Well, you know, if he has an addictive personality.
We did specify we were gonna frisk the prince before he was allowed to proceed it.
Yeah.
Make sure we check up his butt. I'm just kidding.
Mitch,
Jesus.
Mitch, you want a cavity search royalty?
No, that,
No.
Sure, because we can set that up.
I'm okay. I'll
Sure?
That's
I mean,
me
'cause-
that's me out of character.
Because his parents, his parents don't seem to care about him. They don't like him. They
Oh,
want him
yeah,
to have
they
as
want
miserable
him to
time as
be
possible.
shit. What I do?
Nothing. I just
I don't know. I think it'd be interesting to have the prince bring drugs to the.
I put the first draft of
Yeah, Yes, I saw that, and I liked it.
Oh, I see it, yeah.
Okay, whoever's doing that little,
Iris.
Doing what?
he's doing that little okay symbol, he's taking it on and off.
Okay, so. Okay, so. I mean,
Oh, shit. Well, there goes our copyright. That's not what I wanted to play.
Wait, what happened?
I played
Careless
Careless Whisper, but don't say the name of the song. I played a song. I know. Hold on. I played a song I shouldn't have.
copyright strikes.
Ah, shit.
Strikes on language.
You seen that moment when Arya was in love?
Right.
Arya was not in love, she was under the effects of the love potion.
She was in love.
The potion. I'm not going to finish that because that would probably count as a copy.
What?
Love
I'll put it
potion
in Discord.
number 8.
Okay.
You could say, Arya, it's never gonna dance again.
What?
I give up. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Her guilty feet have got no rhythm.
Alright, so how do we get what's his nuts out of the room?
Which one?
Erasmus?
With
Which?
Oh.
Like right now.
yeah.
If in character, Arya's planning to try and interact with people when we're basically just dismissed.
Hey, wait, I got a question for you.
Yes, I have an answer for you.
Oh, excellent. I hope so. Are you gonna be like babysitting us all the way up until the party starts?
My master has asked me to make certain that you want for nothing while you're here, and I intend to accomplish that goal. If I wasn't at your side, you could have a sudden, urgent need.
Lambot need more steak.
Very well, then. And he snaps his finger, and a servant leaves to go and retrieve some more steaks.
Alright. Well, that answers my question. Thank you.
I'm glad to help.
You don't have to bring a whole nother cow.
Well, the thought had crossed my mind. We're not barbarians here.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, it's big cow. Still have more cow.
Alright. Okay. Shit. Alright. This is gonna be undead in the pantry for sure.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Why'd you stick zombie in pantry?
I know,
That
just
sounds unsanitary.
don't worry about it.
I'm a little worried.
It's a turn of phrase, it don't mean nothing.
Whose turn?
Oh my god. That means I'm never mind. Just don't worry about it, please.
I'm fucking with you. Just don't put undead in pantry.
That's a bad thing.
How old is Lambog?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Like 12.
Like 8.
She's like 12.
9.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Derry. How old are you?
Violet is 12.
No, there's 12 and then there's like 12. There's a distinction.
What's that inside roll for?
Look at those 19s.
To figure out how old Embog is?
Yeah.
Yep.
What'd you roll?
23 from Lokrin.
That's a roll of 19 plus 4.
Cool. Okay, well then Lambog says, well, it's been several hundred moons. She's not lying.
So she's like 12.
No. She's more like 15, 16. She's just
Okay.
very small and gangly, So she very easily passes for Clara.
Okay, so listen to my phrasing. She's like 12.
Yeah, no. Trust me, I'm running with it. It's just, yeah, technically she is
Like 16.
a mid-teenager, but does not appear or act to be.
Maturity of a 12-year-old.
Oh,
You see Locrian, after grabbing this insight, he's just gonna scratch his face and to himself, he's gonna say, yeah, that's why I stayed out of that age group.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
That sounds really bad. I think you need to clarify, Mitchell.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that's why I never, stayed. I should have said. What
why
do you organize schools in Maradona? Is that a thing? Yeah, I never went to that age group. As in, like,
You were never in Hask.
Was Mitch, was, what's his face, homeschooled?
Mm-hmm.
Locrian is not homeschooled.
Well, then how could you...
I meant that as in, like, yeah, I stayed away from middle school for that reason.
Oh.
Stayed away from middle school, but was not homeschooled. I am confused.
Yes.
Private tutor.
Alright, but the whole idea is I'm a teacher. That's basically it.
Oh!
That's kind
That
of deal.
makes a lot more sense.
Like, I'm like, yeah, I stayed well away from that age group. Too old.
You learn people real good, huh?
Yeah.
Cool.
No wonder I was a little side glancing.
Yeah, that was a little...
Yeah, I know. That was really unclear when I really thought about it. I'm like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. But I guess that would be kind of... Look, man, I'm gonna be working with kids at some point. I need to...
Hey, look, working with kids.
So are we done with the planning then?
I think?
Unless we can somehow get Whip out of the room without all getting us murdered.
Oh yeah, that's what we're planning.
Anybody got any ideas?
Well, I started by asking him to get me a thing, and he sent someone else to get me a thing.
Yeah.
So,
Alright, I'd like to not be watched while I'm sleeping.
so here's the thing, we could ask him...
But you might wake up and need a glass of water.
I'm no child.
I'm a child.
Here.
You stay with me? I don't like the dark. You stay in my room?
Oh, this is all of your room.
Will you stay by me?
I'll stay by all of you.
I'm trying, you guys. If Bo was here, there wouldn't be a fucking issue. Too bad that she doesn't have sending or whatever.
The mirrors are still around, right?
No.
What mirrors? No, there's no mirrors in this room.
There are mirrors in the
The
closet.
mirrors were in the changing room.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if we were still in that room or...
No. We're in like a conference room. We're effectively like on jury duty. We can't leave.
Are there windows?
No. Dylan.
No, it's a study, and he wouldn't want daylight coming in, so there's no windows.
Are there any reflective surfaces?
The silver.
What do you mean?
Well, it's so.
Are there any
Has
reflective?
a steel mirror.
Yeah, you guys have your steel mirror and shit.
Mind if I use that?
I guess. Well, don't break it. And he hands over his steel mirror.
It metal.
And I'm going to cast a spell.
Oh boy. Spell.
Okay, what spell?
Thaumaturgy.
Alright.
I'm casting without components.
Yep, so he won't be able to notice. Go ahead.
Yeah. My eye color changes a little.
That's all you change?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I want to know if it seems like anyone noticed that I cast a spell.
Interesting.
Let me roll. Is anyone distracting him?
Lambog.
Yes.
Yeah, Lambog is absolutely distracting.
How so?
Lambog is. We could assume that he's a constant distraction, and he's just being ignored half the time.
Asking him about where we gonna sleep. Do we got pillow? Do we got blanket? Do I gotta use a tree? Where did cow come from? Like, are there more cows? Was there a baby cow? Did we leave the baby cow dead?
Yeah, that is frustrating enough that he does not notice.
But no, nothing that seems to be like a magical effect announcing it. Like other people's clothes don't suddenly start glowing.
Nope.
Alright, I've confirmed what I wanted.
Alright.
Are we free to cast spells in here?
Ah! Whip looks up, away from Lambog. No, and if you did, I'd notice. And he looks at Arya.
No, her eyes are back to normal.
Still looking.
And even if he did try, was looking, it was only a minor change that she would know, unless he's very.
Nah, he rolled an Arcana check right now. Yeah, you, he can tell that you cast a spell with magical residue.
Like, we're not allowed to, even if
It would depend on the contents of the spell. Something simple as changing your eye color, I will allow.
What
Well,
about
it will be a
meeting
party.
friend?
Sorry?
What if you meet a friend?
What do you mean if I need a friend?
Well, what if I need a friend? Is that allowed?
You have several friends already here.
I mean, define friend.
This ice cold Lambog.
Huh?
That's ice cold Lambog.
And shrugs.
Shrug. As long as it's not doing harm to you or anybody else, it's okay. Is what you do.
Yes.
Okay.
You make a color, a small mark will appear on an object or on that. Prestidigitation. You create a non-magical trinket or illusionary image like in your hand. Oh, but it only lasts 6 seconds.
So what are you guys doing?
Crying over baby cow.
This is probably an Arcana check, what I'm going to ask. But is it possible to create enough magical residue from, like, prestidigitation to, like, disguise other spells having been cast?
Roll me an Arcana.
That's what I thought. No idea.
Want to make it a group check?
Sure.
Hello, Flan.
Inspiration.
Lambog, you can't.
Christmas,
You
I can
cannot.
do it.
Lambog, you cannot make this check if you're distracting him.
Oh, that's her. I help cry over cow.
Here's my inspiration.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, if you guys were to fuck with enough magic in here from minor magic, then yeah, it would kind of confuse the whole area. Essentially, you would fuck up his detect magic because you'd cast so much it'll light up all over the place.
Okay. Basically, from this point on, Montaigne is always going to be like using prestidigitation.
Okay. What are you doing?
Cleaning all the fucking silverware.
Basically, well, cleaning everything beyond that, but also faint music, faint Ryara music going off around him. If there's no candles or torches, are there?
There are candles.
Oh, there are candles. And he's like, hey, watch this. I'm gonna show you a neat trick. And he like pantomimes the sword draw stance. He's like, hey, watch them candles.
You have
And
Whip's attention, but he seems annoyed.
He twitches his hand like a sword draw. He's done it on his opposite hip from Requiem, and the candles go out. He's like, hey, shit, now watch those again.
Roll me a performance at advantage.
That's pretty fucking neat, yo.
Advantage. Hot damn.
Yeah, he's watching you. You are aware that he is annoyed, but your distraction is currently working. He is fully paying attention right now to Montang. And Montang, you sweat a little bit.
Arya is using minor illusion to basically she's just from what it looks like she's basically practicing applying makeup without actually using makeup.
Beautiful.
Okay. Are any of you actually doing anything to get him out of the room, or
he'll probably get annoyed at some point.
He's gonna get annoyed, but he has to stay with you. Like, a good 10 minutes into Montang just being annoying and he hasn't left, he's still staring.
I'm gonna sidestep over to Arya and just whisper, "Hey, that rod that you gave me, am I not allowed to cast anything, or else that rod becomes it, or like how does that work?"
Yes, that is the case. If you were to cast Cure Wounds, it would become a wand of Cure Wound.
Is it like a permanent thing?
Yes.
Yes.
And it
The
doesn't.
wand will only have 10 charges. After that, it'll be just a stick.
I want a stick.
I'm pretty sure you already got sticks.
So then,
No, I left
if I wanted to cast anything, I shouldn't.
Not while you're holding the wand.
Even if I had it in my pocket?
Even if it's on your person, it will absorb the spell. Do you wish to
Give me stick.
prac-
I want a stick.
Guys,
look
the
around
longer
the
you
room.
spend talking, the more likely he is to notice you.
I look around the room and I'm like, well, I don't know, I'm feeling a little bored and I just wanted to entertain myself and I just had a really neat idea.
Then give me stick.
Arya holds her hand out for the wand back.
Okay. I take it out and I sleight of hand it over to her.
Sleight of hand, roll. For both of you.
Oh, I wasn't going to be like.
You need to receive it.
Oh shit.
It's not very good.
His rod.
I tried to put a spin to it.
Montang, you better re-roll that performance.
Still at advantage?
Still at advantage.
Okay.
Just because of the previous score of the last one.
Yay!
Ooh, nice. However, he's starting to lose interest in you. He's starting... You don't think he's realized that you are distracting him yet, but you're just running out of shit to do.
I want another stick.
And Locrian and Arya manage to... Like, Locrian drops the wand and there's an audible clack sound, and Montang goes, "Ha! Did you like that one?" And Lambog makes a loud farting sound with their hands.
And Arya stashes the wand and Locrian doesn't know where she stashed it.
Nope. No clue.
Is that
I'm gonna go sit back down and is there like a little pillow cushion anywhere?
Yeah, there's comfortable couches with throw
Alright.
pillows.
Alright, I'm gonna grab one of the throw pillows and I'm just gonna sit down on the floor, look at it, and I'm just gonna start thinking, oh, what would you do? What you gonna do?
I thought you were gonna
And
say
then
something
at some point, yeah, basically. And then after like 10 minutes, I'm just gonna go really loud.
You're gonna fart.
Is that it? Is that all you do?
Did you
And
get
then
the magic mouth?
And then I go ahead, I take the pillow, and I'm like, this is perfect. Hey, Lambog,
Yeah.
here you go. This is a really comfy pillow. Why don't you try sitting on it?
Lambug jumps onto it.
A really loud fart.
Is that it? Is that it? Was that the plan? Was that your whole plan from start to
That was a
finish?
test. I don't know if that was the final.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure both Arya and Montang are planning to do their stuff during the party rather. Well, I don't know what Montang and Alondra are planning.
I hand it to Lambog. I'm like, it looks like everybody was just trying to have fun. Enjoy that.
Lambog squeezes.
What did you
pillow
cast
over
on the
and over,
pillow?
so it goes-
We're casting magic just to spite him.
What did you cast on the
So
pillow?
It makes a really loud fart noise.
What did you cast on it?
Magic mouth.
Magic mouth.
What level spell is that?
Second level.
It's second, but you can cast it as a ritual.
What the fuck?
The true circumstances can be as general or detailed as you like, though it must be based on visual or audible condition that can occur within 30 feet of the object.
Lambog goes,
Best.
Lambog goes, and then hugs the pillow.
It goes.
Until the spell.
It's like a really nice.
All right, you have
really
very
loud.
clearly annoyed him, but there's nothing he can do about it.
We're just casting spells just to spite him now.
Are you guys doing anything to get him out of the room? Because I thought that was the original plan, is that you guys were trying to find a way to get him out of the room. But no, it turns out you're just being trolls.
I don't know how to get him out of the room
I'm
without
not a
making.
troll, I'm a half-orc.
Yeah, Arya's come to the conclusion that there's no way to get him out that won't just raise at least one bad flag. She's already set up everything she can to save the guy.
All right, well then,
Oh,
if that's the
wait.
case, I'll stick around for a little longer, and we'll do light roleplay
I have
until
one last-
11. So 10 more minutes.
I have one last thing that would require a roll.
Okay.
So part of my personality traits is I begin or end my day with small traditional rituals that are unfamiliar to those around me.
Okay.
I'm a hexblade. I'm Probiotic. Requiem is a vain little bastard. Hey, is it cool if I like take my sword out so I can like sharpen him and like polish him up?
Roll persuasion.
What I was thinking.
Anyone want to assist him? It's too late, I guess. Yeah, no, he says I'd have. He doesn't say no just yet, but he says I'd have to remove the curse upon you.
Oh, I mean, Requiem. He's vain, but I mean, like, no, he don't like jump and bite at people. He's just a sword.
Why is this important?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but I've entered into a pact with Olwen, and my sword is alive, and he likes particularly to shine real nice.
I'm
So
sorry,
I-
more accurately, why should I care?
Well, I mean, I didn't want you to get like all like wiggly or weird if I pulled my sword out. Like, I didn't want to like end up lynched just because I was doing what I'm supposed to.
Roll me another persuasion.
Would someone like to assist me?
Sure, I'll assist.
I would, but I can't think of how I would. Luckily, that is just an assist.
This is at disadvantage now.
And the DC's higher.
It's a 19 though.
Alondra, how do you make this check fail? Because it
Oh,
is totally Alondra's, like, that makes it fail in this case.
I don't know.
Does she know Olwen?
Sorry, what?
Does
No,
she know
Alondra does
Olwen?
not know Olwen.
No.
How long does Whoopie Pillow last?
Until
Until
this
dispelled.
So as long as he
Actually,
wants.
I just created a magic item.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on the prince's chair.
But yeah, no, he says no, you cannot take out your sword.
Oh, but now he's gonna be mad at me.
Alondra takes that moment to start remembering a very inappropriate limerick. Or something, I don't know. Flavor it however you want, May.
I don't know.
Oh, I know an inappropriate limerick.
Oh no.
Anyways, so yeah, he's not letting you take your sword out.
He's
Rather
gonna
than
be
inappropriate.
mad at me. I'm gonna have to deal with it. He's gonna be a sorry, annoying. Done. Look, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. And like you hear like a little rattling from the sheath. Like, really. This is why I'm not going to shine. Is because some bureaucrat in a suit said you can't take your sword out. Everyone can hear the sword, by the way.
Oh, the sword is. The sword actually talks out loud.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know how to assist you but if I thought he was only in your head.
No, Requiem is a vocal sword.
Okay, yeah. So he's going to probably complain all night if he doesn't get the cleaning. Arya says.
I'll allow one final check on this subject, but this is being generous at this point.
All right. All right. Here goes. 21.
That just barely beats the threshold. And he goes, fine, whatever.
Okay.
You may draw him, and he removes the pacifism curse off of you.
Okay. Alright, now I'm gonna have to say something. It's gonna sound real cool, but I promise I ain't gonna attack nobody. I have to say this whenever I do this.
Another persuasion now.
Oh, okay.
Lambok goes and puts the pillow on the prince's seat.
Alright, here we go. 18?
Yep. You succeed.
Okay.
He goes, ugh, well, just get it over with.
Alright,
Stop wasting my time.
I wield the sword in the service of Olwyn, demon lord of swordcraft. I walk the path of adventure hand in hand with friend, the blade at my side. With his assistance, I will come face to face with Olwyn at the end of the journey, and at that end, I will do so with you. So, Serenade, Requiem of Lost Soul. And I'm spending my once per day action to extinguish all non-magical fire in a 30-foot radius around me.
Alright! There is no windows. The room suddenly turns pitch black.
Lambok goes, what the fuck?
Arya says, do you have to do that every time, even for simple cleaning?
Yeah, he's a vain sword, and like, he's gonna prestidigitation like sparks in his hand as like an impromptu flashlight.
You do so.
She's like, I don't think vain begins to describe that.
I am the most important hexblade in existence. I deserve only the best. I know. Don't worry, I got the fancy oil, I got the fancy whetstone. Chill. Oh, you already chill. Oh, I forgot about that. And Requiem has a thin coating of ice that is just wafting steam into the room. Oh, how long how long does this last? How long do you think that's gonna last?
As this chaos starts, Whip being an elf can see in the dark, so that doesn't throw him off too much. Now, however, this weird ice shit happening does throw Whip off, and he is rushing over and is demanding you put Requiem away. Guys, Whip has very clearly, anyone who has dark vision can move in this room right now. Whip has his back to the exit and is absolutely only focused on Montang.
Now or never, guys.
Well, I mean, how far are we actually going to get? We can't escape right now.
You don't have to escape.
Well, what are we going to do?
You can get out of the room, have a quick conversation, and come back.
Well, I can't see shit.
I got the princess chair and a pillow.
Actually, is Alondra near me?
Are we near the
I'm sitting at the. I'm assuming I'm sitting at the table. Is anyone else sitting at the table?
I went to the prince's seat to put the pillow on the chair.
Well, the party's not going to be here.
Oh, never mind then. Then yeah, sure.
They went like a library, a conference room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I'm going to lean over to Alondra and say, contact Bo and ask her about her ring. Ask him about her ring. I'm talking to Alondra. She knows who Bo is.
Him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he corrected himself.
Ask Bo about his ring when you see him at the party.
Is that it? And then you guys are coming back into the room?
Well, no, I'm leaning across the table and just whispering it to him.
I mean,
I can't see. Yes, but he's focused entirely on. Yeah, because I could hear him approaching him, and I'm not, and he's obviously shouting to him for something. So I'm whispering to Alondra.
Yep. So Alondra, are you rushing out of the room then?
Why would I do it if no one else can? I mean,
You can see in the dark. They
well,
can't.
yes, I know I can. I mean, it's just that hold on. I'm trying to think.
It's not.
It doesn't make sense for her to. They're having a conversation right now. I guess I'm lost.
He doesn't know what you guys want him to do.
Well, Arya can't see shit, and it's by this point it's pretty common knowledge on anyone who's been with her that she can't see shit in the dark. Lambog's and Montaigne are probably the only ones who don't know this.
No, but he doesn't know why that matters. He doesn't know why he should leave the room.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so out of character, the option was leave the room, have a sidebar away from prying eyes. But he's distracted already, and we don't really have much we can plan right now, so just in passing on, Arya passed that small message on to Alondra, who was
Can
the only
leave the
one.
room to tell Bo.
Well, Bo's not here yet.
He said to contact about the party.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah.
Ask Bo about his ring.
So is anyone else doing anything while Whip is busy with Montaigne?
Let's say wait to hear what
If they're gonna
Loki
go do the thing, then I'll just kind of stay in the chair and be like, darn. So that once he's done with Montaigne, I can distract him too.
Well, I figured you're just playing with a pillow at this point.
Not in the dark.
So what's Locrian doing?
I was in awe by the whole thing, and I'm assuming I'm probably near Lambog, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm gonna be like just lean in and be like, hey, I know that wasn't that great of a fart noise, but like, can you make it even wetter one?
Alright, so you guys just fuck around for the next little bit, but Alandra gets the message without Whip hearing. Alright. I think that's gonna have us about done, unless anyone has anything else they want to do.
I think that's all we can do. I mean,
Yeah.
realistic.
Without
Not-
anybody else, there's not really much more we can do.
Alright.
Yeah, not without starting hostilities.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys did a lot of planning. You got a lot of shit handled. Hopefully it all goes smoothly. I believe in miracles.
Me too.
I believe in miracles.
Sex thing. Take me home.
Life after love.
Did we get any experience points for this?
You did. You each
How
got
much
another
for annoying
800
dark
experience
artists?
points.
You just got talked right over. Sorry.
Yeah, I did. You get 800
Alright.
experience points.
800?
800.
Damn it.
Hey Dylan, how much does Bo get? Lol.
Bo gets 10 for catching Bloink.
Oh, seriously?
Yes, I'll be nice.
I was joking. Thank you.
You're welcome. Alright. What did you guys think of the session? I know it wasn't exactly the most exciting. I know that for some reason you guys were really anxious, but I think that was just a miscommunication because you thought that I was going to be way more intense about this than I actually intended to be.
Well, yesterday was really intense, so I kind of figured it was more.
I think yesterday was the only intense part.
Yeah. Yesterday was supposed to be the intense one. Today was the chill, like just now you're just doing flavor so you can set up if you want any additional advantages or bonuses. You know? It was meant to be a little bit more relaxing, but I think some people got like really, really anxious and stressed out because of stuff going on in personal life, which is totally okay. Right? Am I right on that? Or was it just a total miss of a session and we should not do sessions like this?
There was too much freedom and not enough knowledge out of character of what our agenda is.
Well, I kind of, like, tried to let you know that, but everybody just seemed... When I was like, hey, yeah, no, your guys' I tried reminding you of your main goal of, hey, stop the assassination, and you guys went, I don't care about that anymore, I just don't want to do this.
At that point, I was already overwhelmed because stuff was just so complicated, and it's like, I really do care about the assassination, I just was so overwhelmed at that point. I was just like, I need to focus on this, and we'll worry about assassination.
It was really weird that people were getting overwhelmed too, because like the whole point of it was you guys can do anything you want, come up with as much or as little as you want.
The problem is if there's nothing to go off of, and we're coming right off of doing a session which was high stress, constant thinking, back into more of the same, it just continues to stress on.
Yeah, like with the last one, we had the guests to focus on, and that drove us. This one, we had, you said, do what you want. It's like,
yeah, I
shit,
said set up the room.
Yeah,
Anyways.
I honestly feel like, what was it? After we kind of went hands off on the entertainment and the food, which I think that's the best way to go about it.
we went hands off on everything.
Yeah, we did win, and we did go hands off on everything. I'm just like, what do we do?
We quite literally outsourced our outsourced job.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to pass everything off, but it definitely made it easier.
Yeah, which was totally an option. You guys just like froze up for a long time, essentially. And I didn't know how to unfreeze you, but I was doing my best. I was like, yeah, no, you guys, you can do as much or as little as you want. There's not really much pressure here. The only thing that like this changes is flavor. And
yeah, so
yeah.
Who's doing favorites and least favorites first?
Alphabetically, May.
I didn't really have